してくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピング運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を狂らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
Look at all you beautiful sons of bitches, man. Look at the beautiful bastards in the chat. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Listen, Sonya was already complaining about it. Hold on, time out. Wait. Before we hug it out, I think this is going to become an annual thing. I think it's gonna become I think it's gonna become like a daily thing. All right, hold on. Where is he at? Where is he at? Okay, hold on. Wait. Boom. All right, Yamato. Okay, cool. Oni-chan, your your friend Wizard is here. Hypno, play the new Halo with me. No, I have to find topics for Hypnocast. I'm busy. Come on, Hypno. I'll be your Cortana.
Holy shit.
brother, why do you make this stuff? Like, why is that you're ready to go into Gulag? Okay, you've accepted it. Okay, cool. Yamato has accepted it. He's going to the Gulag. Perfect. So we're gonna put user in timeout for 5 minutes. Perfect. All right, everybody say bye to Yamato. All right, cool. All right, bye Yamato. Bye. We'll see you in 5 minutes, brother. We'll see you in 5 minutes, my man. This is fucking insane. Why is this on your computer? Why are you making this stuff? I don't understand. All right, boys, listen, come in here, bring it closely. Let's go, man. We got to hug it out. Yamato's over there in the corner. He's in timeout. He's in timeout right now. He's in jail, boys. Get it here right now. We got to hang out. Listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. There's a lot going on, as there always is, boys. A lot of Xbox news today. So PlayStation fanboys will probably be a little bit happy today. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily, because I do have a PlayStation story. I do. But bring it in, listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. There's a lot of supers coming in already. Holy shit, boys. You guys are going hard today. Hey, pause. Pause that, by the way. Pause. If you guys are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Do it. Do it right now. And if you guys are watching anywhere else, that's impossible. And you're probably sitting with Yamato in the corner. Let's be real.
You are gay!
Like the stream, boys. All right, listen, man. Before we get into the Bigot Army roll call and see who is here hanging out with us on this beautiful evening, it is a gorgeous evening. Before we do any of that, guys, we got a waifu battle tournament round happening today, especially after yesterday's major upset. Yesterday was crazy. I don't know if you guys saw it. Some of you might have missed it. Android 18 got the ultimate anime betrayal. That shit was crazy. But the show must go on. All right, boys, listen up, man. Listen up. So we had a major upset. Upset? What the fuck is an upset? We had a major upset in the waifu battle tournament yesterday, where Android 18 actually lost to Maharu. That actually happened, boys. That actually happened. I was very shocked at that going down, but, that's just what it is. So Maharu has moved on to the next round and is going to go up against Nanami in the next round, so we'll see those girls when it's time. But today, we're going to have a Guilty Gear versus Street Fighter scenario going on right now, where we are going to have none other than Rainbow Mika versus Milia Rage, ladies and gentlemen. That should be interesting. That should be interesting, boys. Milia Rage versus Rainbow Mika. So let us know in your super chats who you are voting for, whether you're a Street Fighter person or whether you're a Guilty Gear person. Regardless, let us know by putting the names first in the super chats, whatever those supers may be. It doesn't matter what you say after that. Just put the name first so that way it can count and the mods can add it up. And we're going to figure out who's going to win at the end of the stream, boys. We're going to figure out who's going to move on and be the first pick for the next round of this particular scenario. Whoever wins this one is going to go up against whoever wins tomorrow against Ayane versus Cammy. So we got two bangers. We got today's banger and tomorrow's banger. We're going to find out, and then that'll be the end. That'll be the end of this particular bracket, and then we'll be moving on to the next bracket. So it's starting to heat up, boys. Starting to get a little bit crazy. But in the meantime, let's do the Bigot Army roll call, and let's see who is in the chat hanging out with us on this beautiful evening. Who is here? Who is here? We got Backbone WRX in the chat. What's going on, brother? We got Felsteph in the chat as well, saying upsets are fun. We got Soul Reaper 2078. What's going on, dude? We got Sandikid Sipo. What's going on, brother? We got Too Cool Curry. What's going on, man? Voice in the Waters here. We got Jeepers in the chat as well. What's going on, Jeepers? How you doing? We got Handy in the chat as well. We got Dante in the chat as well. We got Fourth Wall Guys here. What's going on, man? We got Felsteph in the chat. We got Mornblade in the chat as well. We got Ron DFK. Everybody touch the hat. Everybody touch the hat. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Black Tailgate. We got Oliver Adam. What's going on, Oliver Adam? We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Adrian Hanma. We got Beat Up is in the chat as well. What's going on, man? Vice Admiral Deku of Mars is in the chat. We got, let me scroll down a little bit. Hold on. We got Chaotic Holy in the chat. What's going on, man? We got Light Ran in the chat as well. We got Draconic in the chat also. What's going on, man? Shout out to Draconic. We got, who else? Felstaff is here. Titan Wasp is here. What's going on, man? We do not have body pillows. Listen, man, we got a lot of new people watching our streams lately. The last thing I need for them to believe is that we have body pillows. It's bad enough that a lot of them believe that we sell coffee. It's bad enough. Now you're talking about body pillows. Next thing you're going to be talking about butt plugs. Like I'm trying. We do not have body. No, it doesn't matter if we could. It doesn't matter. The thing is that we don't. Yamato says, I'll make some Hypnocast body pillows. Hold on. Where are you at, Yamato? Clearly that 5 minutes just wasn't enough, so we're just gonna add a minute to that. All right, everybody say goodbye to Yamato for a minute. It's insane. The guy's a fucking menace to society. He's a menace. Inferno Hell Knights in the chat. What's going on, man? We got Romanizer 24. What's going on, brother? We got Commander Sonok in the chat. Limitless Andre is in the chat. Halo, how was Halo? We're gonna talk about that. D Smith is here. What's going on, man? Mr. Gopher is the mascot. If I were to sell a plushie, I would sell a Gopher plushie. I would sell a Gopher plushie. I would sell a Gopher plushie before I sold like myself as a plushie. Honestly, I think that would be kind of cool. We got John Dolt in the chat. What's going on? Just give the trophy to Chun-Li. You say that, and then she loses. You know what I mean? Like, look at what happened to Android 18. Everybody thought Android 18 was going to be an easy win, and then all of a sudden she's dead. You know what I'm saying? Demon Carol's in the chat. What's going on, man? We got Nick Havoc in the chat as well. What's going on, man? Ricardo Dawson. Did you enjoy Halo? No. Negative. We got Sleeping Nova in the chat. We got Toxic in the chat as well. We got Ali Kusanagi in the chat as well. What's going on, man? Sonya Lissette is here. We got Pokerace is here. Vince Ryder's here. Sleeping Nova is here. King Too Tall is here. He says, I be here. We got Adair Soto is in the chat as well. What's going on, man? We got Joker with all the J's and 1K. We got Timothy in the chat as well. Magni's in the chat. Angmar W motherfucking K is in the chat as well. What's going on, brother? We got Dreamheart Cat in the chat as well. Forgotten Vet, the silent protagonist, is here. What's going on, man? We got Kite Man is here. We got Lucky Boy is here. Anglo Myers is here. Nautus Maximus is here as well. What's going on, man? Sam Fisher is here. Panther is here. We got a lot of people here, bro. Holy shit. We got Dr. Richard Kimball's here. What's going on, man? We got Colin Colors here. What's going on, Colin? How you doing? We got Lady Titan Wasp is here. What's going on, Lady Titan Wasp? How you doing? We got Great Ape is here. We got McKee is here as well. Who else is here? Let me see. We got Speedy Cake is here. Ian Christmas is here. What's going on, Ian? How you doing? We got Adrian is here. Let me see. Let me scroll up a little bit. We got John Bond, motherfucking zombie is here. What's going on, brother? Christopher Lloyd is here. Who else? Let me scroll. Secret Final Boss is here. All right, 4 more people. Then we got to get on with the show, man. Who's here on Rumble? Let's go check Rumble. What's Rumble doing? We got T-Jab Steve over there on Rumble. What's going on, T-Jab? We got Life Ferret over there on Rumble. V. Ovis is over there on Rumble. Sargon is there on Rumble. Genetic Spore is over there on Rumble. Draconic is there on Rumble. Who else is there? Let me see. Dragon Knights is over there on Rumble. What's going on, man? Denarier is there on Rumble. And last but not least, we got, let's see, let me scroll down. We got Dark Exile over there on Rumble as well. And does anybody? Reaper Knight is over there on Rumble as well. All right, boys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. I know I sacrificed Yamato yesterday to HR. And for some reason, I found out from them that he absolutely loved it and he wanted to go back. So we can't send him today. So now it's time to sacrifice your fellow Big Army member. And let's send someone to HR today. You guys have been very naughty. Soul Reaper says, Booty Hole protected by Kazoku Sentai. Gokaiger's Joker Extreme Memory Break against Una Reverse to go down by 5. That's a lot, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus fucking At what point, I'm so serious, bro. I'm telling you, a couple of more times, you guys begging to go to HR, and I am going to turn it into a money shot from DSP. And you guys are not gonna like it. I'm telling you. Like, this is like, you guys, what the fuck is this, man? You're not supposed to want to go to HR. I don't know what's happening here. Just go to HR, bro. It is like, what it is. What it is.
You don't do this. I didn't mean it.
Sit your bigot butt down in the chair so we can tell you how racist you are, you disgusting chud.
It's crazy. This is unbelievable, boys. Straight to HR. Yeah, seriously, straight to HR. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, first and foremost, we got to go over Xbox. There's a lot of Xbox news, okay? First, we got to go over Xbox's very odd response to their network outage. Somebody who works at Xbox, I forgot the guy's name, but we're going to go over it. He decided to write this long-ass fucking Twitter post, essentially trying to explain what happened, why they were down, and they blamed like this like outside licensing company or something like that. It's the weirdest thing. I am really not believing the story, to be honest with you, but we're going to go over it anyway because it just seems like a very, very odd story to tell, considering everything that went down. It's just very weird. So we're going to talk about that because I thought that was pretty damn funny. We are also going to go over the fact that Double Fine, the company that just got separated from Xbox, right? You guys know how there were some studios like Compulsion Games, Double Fine, that essentially had adult daycare at their studios. They got separated from Xbox and they became independent, and everybody thought they were saved. Well, that's not what's happening, and reality is setting in, and they have let go of almost 25 of their developers, which is essentially almost 25% of their studio, from my understanding, if not maybe a little bit less. So that's not good. We'll talk about that. Oh, not good for them anyway. We'll talk about that. We're also going to tie in a little bit about Bethesda, because Bethesda has confirmed that they don't have not one, not two, not three, but 4 Fallout video games in development? Why the fuck do you have 4 Fallout video games in development, brother? Like, you guys can't even focus on one game. This is why you guys take 10 plus years to come out. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. Apparently, they got 4 Fallout video games in development, which is just, like, mind-blowing to me. Like, I know about Fallout 5, and I know about the New Vegas remake. I don't know about the other 2, but we're going to talk about it and figure out what's the deal with that. It's probably more remakes, to be honest with you, but we'll get an idea of that nonsense. We're also going to talk about PlayStation. We got the thread that was written by somebody from Anonymous. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we're going to go over that today. There was an entire long-ass Twitter thread written by Anonymous, and essentially they titled it, "The End of Owning Your Games is Coming," and that's basically it. So we're going to go over all of that, and Anonymous's message to PlayStation, and all of this is very interesting timing, considering the network going down for like 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it was recently. So it's all very interesting. I'm telling you, man, things are getting really weird. Things are starting to get really, really weird, boys. So we're going to go over that, especially after the Persona calling card situation with the CEO that we talked about yesterday. So we'll kind of cover that and see what's going on with that nonsense. We're also going to talk about the Halo remake. I officially played the game today with Wizard, unfortunately. And, well, let's just say there was a lot of problems. So we're going to go over that as well. Go over some of the gameplay. And we're also going to go over a recent announcement by Capcom of their sales regarding pretty much all their franchises. And it's official. Resident Evil has officially surpassed Final Fantasy to become the best-selling Japanese game series that is not published by Nintendo, which is crazy.
Holy shit.
It's absolutely insane. So we're going to go over that as well, because that's pretty major. It's pretty major. We got to talk about that. So, boys, we got a lot that we got to go over today, ladies and gentlemen. We got a battle going on. As mentioned, do not forget Rainbow Mika versus Milia Rage. We got a real good battle going on. Before we unleash the TTS and allow myself to get completely felted through and through with all kinds of ridiculous messages, let's do the membership train, boys. Target King's already saying that he despises Capcom. Boys, can we? There's a lot of gray in here, man. There's new names in here. I don't recognize half the people, which is fantastic. A lot of new people in here, man. Shout out to you guys. Like the stream. Lift your thumbs. Lift your thumbs, boys. Let's get on the membership train. Let's spread some love to the grays that are in the chat. And then I'll unlock the TTS and we'll keep it going. Angmar's already started with 5 memberships. Let's go.
All aboard
Angmar, the absolute fucking
the
legend.
membership train.
Lights up, first spark, first
Thank you,
flame,
Angmar.
name after name, rushing down the
Ali
flame.
Kusanagi joining in with 5 memberships of his own. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you, sir. Holy shit. Viovis and Democulus over on Rumble dropping memberships. Let's go. Rumble's getting in on this. Toxin dropping a membership over on YouTube. Thank you, my good man. Appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. Fantastic membership train. Thank you guys so much. Toxin with the final membership over on YouTube. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir. Let's get it going, man. Dr. Richard says, Hypno, start with the anonymous story tonight. Haven't heard this. Sounds intriguing. We'll see. I was going to cover Halo first, but we'll see. Maybe I'll switch it up. I don't know. We'll see. All right, boys. Listen, it's time to resume the TTS. Let's go over super chats and memberships. There's no gifted games to go over, and then we're going to get into the content, boys. Here we go. Let the felting begin. Hopefully,
just showing support, my brother.
It's a nice super chat to start us off. Let's go. We're winning already. We're winning already.
There
Let's
needs to be
go.
a main menu edit of H1/Sayu and H126 where the originals play normal music and the reimagined one if replaced with farts/bad flute.
Farts and bad flutes. What the fuck? Speedy Cake, thank you for the 5. That's crazy.
Father, I have failed you. I'm sorry that my game was broken, that you could not enjoy you, and your lover wizard apologize of my failure, sir.
Oh my god, are we getting Master Chief super chats today? Is that what it is, Adair Soto? Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Looks like that's what it is, boys. Whatever she's saying, she's lying. She's lying. She's lying. Nope. Sounds like she said HIV. Whose testicles? What? That's
Hypno
crazy.
is
Thank you
late
for the 5.
probably with Wizard reenacting the dance scene from dusk till dawn after the Halo stream.
Wow.
Of course, Hypno plays the role of Salma Hayek.
Wow. Sav J. Thank you for the 10. Oh, fuck. I knew it was too quiet. I knew it was too quiet. It was way too... You literally just took a shit. Like, it's way too quiet, bro. Oh, my God. Sonia, this is all your fault. Whatever Chewie is saying, he's lying right now. He's absolutely lying right now. He's a dirty Wookiee. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Jesus Christ,
I watched
man.
yesterday's stream earlier. The ultimate betrayal is what you did to DJ. Repent, my man.
I didn't
Rolling
do
on the floor
anything.
laughing emoji.
I didn't do anything.
Rainbow
Thank you for the
Mika.
5. Debo with a 5 for Rainbow Mika. Let's go, Debo. Thank you for the 5, brother. Appreciate it.
I know you bigots want my delicious money shot. Come on,
Wow.
don't be shy. I did it to myself on one of my streams that one time, dude.
Wow.
Hashtag Mika.
Thank you for the 5, Odin Dark. Holy
Hi.
shit. Odin Dark, thank you for the 2
Will
again.
your
Summer
age
Days,
to
thank you
get
for the 2.
Williams out of
Appreciate
my
it.
head gross. Nauseated face emoji.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you know, well, you saw what happened on the street. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. All right, let's go over memberships. We got Angmar was the first one to drop a 5 membership banger on the stream.
More memberships!
memberships! More memberships!
And considering that's the first one of the stream, you already know what that means.
Pay $250 of raised about hating you that simply dating the anime girls clip.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. I legit did not even think about that, Mickey. Thank you for the 5. Holy shit, that's actually kind of ironic when you think about it. Angmar, thank you again for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, brother, starting us off strong. And then Ali Kusanagi followed it up with his own 5 membership banger like a boss.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you, brother, for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, my man. Toxin followed it up during the membership train with his own membership. I appreciate that, Toxin. Thank you very, very much. Over on Rumble, let's see what they got going on over there, man. Rumble was a little bit busy. You got Denarier dropping a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You also got, let me see, Democulus with a 2 for Melia.
Mika, they need to put her in Street Fighter 6 already.
I'm sure a lot of people would really like that. I'm sure they would love that, Jeepers. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the vote, by the way. Democulus with a 2 for Melia Rage, since Rainbow Mika looks more fake. Really? I mean, I guess. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Collecting memberships. Wow.
Yes. Yes, we're collecting memberships. Yes, we are. Thank you for the 2. Democulus, thank you for the 2. Appreciate the vote for Melia. Genetic Spore for $1 for the newbies. Body pillows, coffee, or fake. Butt plugs, different story. Hey, yo, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. No. It's not. None of it's real. None of it's real. Viovis with a membership.
Mod Retro opened the pre-orders for their M64 and 4 OG games. Are you picking one up?
Oh, really? I wanted to. How much is it, though? Hold on. Because if that shit's retarded, then no. Because I'm already blowing a crazy amount of money on cards right now. Hold on. Mod Retro. Did they? It finally went up? Hold on, let's see. It says buy now. God damn, bro. Fucking hell, man. Look at this shit. I mean, don't get it twisted. That shit is awesome. That shit is awesome. But like $229 though? Fuck, man. I kind of like the white and the red though. Best way to play your favorite original N64 games. That's the cool thing. The cool thing is that it plays the OG 64 games. So that kind of makes it worth it. It doesn't just play like whatever they play. Full compatibility with original cartridges and controllers, so you could go back and play all your old favorites. It uses the old controllers too. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Identical gameplay timing and audio, HDMI video output up to 4K, customization options like CRT filters and overclocking modes, all backed by wireless or wired updates. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I mean, like $230 though. I don't know. Like if they made a PlayStation 1, I would probably do it. Like right now, I'm not looking to collect N64. If I were, I would totally do it. You know what I mean? Because that way you could keep like the retro consoles sealed or boxed up or whatever, and hold their value while you're playing on this thing. But I really like this thing though. Like I would really, and this is without the controller, right? I'm pretty sure. So it gives you an M64 console, 16 gig SD card pre-installed, multi-region power adapter, and a power cable. Controller required, sold separately. Okay. So with the controller, you're probably looking at like what, $300? You know, again, I think it's pretty cool. I just don't know if I would necessarily want to pull the trigger right now on this. But the problem is that with these things, if you don't pull the trigger now, you lose your opportunity. That's what happened when I didn't pull the trigger on the fucking handheld. The Anduril handheld, and then I completely missed my opportunity, you know? Yeah, it's a lot of cash, man. 230, that's a lot right now. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it and I'll see. I'll make my decision by the end of the day. But thanks for reminding me, man. I appreciate that. A used N64 is cheaper than this. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. But like, it doesn't have all these other options and features that this one has. Like, I feel like if you're going for playing, you should probably go with this one. But if you're going for like, obviously value or holding on to something, then maybe go with the older ones. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Thanks for reminding me, Angmar. I appreciate it. I completely forgot about this, man. Holy shit. Thank you, my good man. All right, let's go back to Rumble really quick. We got Viovis gifting a membership like a boss. Thank you, Viovis. I appreciate that, my man. Democulus gifting a membership as well. Thank you, Democulus. Appreciate you, brother. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. We're caught up, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, boys, listen, don't forget the battle today. Just put the name at the beginning of your supers throughout the stream. We're going to figure out who's going to win this by the end of the stream. All right, guys, are we ready to continue? Are we ready to get into the content? I am. Like I said, I don't think there's any gifted games. I'm going to check one last time, but it looks like there's nothing, so we'll continue. Fourth Wall Guy says Lord of the Felting tonight. Most likely. Most likely. I already talked to I talked to Leon. He said that it's all good. I asked him about Avatar to see if I thought maybe we could play the Avatar fighting game. I asked him if he had it. He does not have it. So I don't think we're gonna do that. We're just gonna play Lords of the Fallen, which is fine. We gotta get through the game anyway. All right, guys, let's get into the content. We're gonna start off. We could do a PlayStation story. That's fine. You want to do the PlayStation story? Let's fucking do it, boys. Why not? Let's have a good time with this one. Let me bring it up really quick because this is a pretty long thread from Anonymous. So give us some time to go through it. Let me pause TTS and then we'll make it happen. Guys, we got to talk about PlayStation. I know you've only heard that about for the last 3 weeks, but we got to talk about PlayStation because something interesting has happened, right? So yesterday I made a video talking about how they're starting to send calling cards, like Persona-style calling cards, to the CEO of Sony. And essentially, not necessarily threatening him, but just realistically, we're starting to see the main characters of the anime coming out, if that makes sense. And now today, we also got a similar thing, because there is an article that has been posted over on X, and it's a long piece, right? Where it's from Anonymous. And if you don't know who Anonymous is, they are the famous hacking group that have taken credit for a lot of different things that have happened throughout the course of history. And this is no different. With the disc, you are buying something real. Anonymous is the latest to target PlayStation over an all-digital future. You know, when I saw this article, I was like, oh, what's this talking about? Because I had no idea about any of this. And then I ended up clicking it and going on X and finding it, and we're here. I mean, this is a super long, like extremely long post going over a multitude of different things. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to read this article, and we're going to see exactly what Anonymous has to say. It's coming from directly their account. And it says the end of owning your games is coming. As if you, didn't know that. But that's okay. So let's start off. And it says, you probably think that when you buy a game, it belongs to you. Well, I would say that most normie people probably think that. Whereas people that are involved in the conversation or get involved in the conversation obviously don't believe that. Unless they're on PC, then there obviously is ways to own your games on PC, but you guys already know about that. That is only half true, and it is about to become far less true. Today, a physical disc still gives you something real. For a game that runs offline, you could put the disc in and play it, even if your account is banned, even if the store shuts down, even with no internet. But Sony's own rules treat the software itself as licensed, not sold. And starting in 2028, the company is removing the simplest safety net you have, the disc, for all new games. You know, this actually brings up a good point that we haven't really been touching on, which is what happens if Sony, which has provably been a nanny state, right? Like, look what's happening with Marathon. Look what happened with Call of Duty, right? I understand, like, those are, well, not Marathon, but, like, Call of Duty obviously is not necessarily Sony. But realistically, what's happening is all these video games are trying to become your nanny. They're trying to become your mom. They're trying to police you on what you can and cannot say. They're using AI software to determine whether or not you said some no-no words that the company doesn't agree with, and then they ban you for it. Now, some people say, well, they'll just ban you from the game. I really feel like that might be the case now, but in the future where PlayStation has full control over everything, what's to stop them from banning your account completely? We all know that's most likely going to be in the near distant future. When you give these companies too much power, they tend to overreach with that power. That's really the biggest problem. So I never even thought about the potential of what happens if you get banned, because if you got banned, you have all these games digitally. Well, now you just lost everything. Now they could just take your money and be gone with it. But anyway, let's talk about it. So this is going to give you, again, removing essentially the simplest safety net. You have the disc for all new games. This is not a rumor. It comes from Sony's official announcement, from Sony's own terms, and from things that have already happened to real people. This article explains what is changing, why it matters, and what can go wrong, including what happens the moment the servers go down, which, again, I find this all to be extremely ironic, considering they're saying this is what happens when the moment the servers go down, and meanwhile, the servers went down, I think the same day this was written or the day before this was written. I don't know. Just like the timing is really, a little sus. I'm not pointing any fingers anywhere, but I'm just saying it's a little sus. Anyway, so what Sony actually announced on July 1st, 2026, Sony posted an update on the PlayStation blog, and it said that physical disc production for all new PlayStation games will be discontinued starting in January 2028. After that date, new games will be sold only in digital form, either as a download on the PlayStation Store or as a download code inside of a box at a shop, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys are aware, I didn't get to report on it, but in Japan, those download codes, they only last 170 days. So if those codes don't get redeemed, then they get canceled out after 170 days, which I find to be extremely hilarious and interesting. But anyway, it is important to be precise about this because a lot of people online have exaggerated it. Sony is stopping the manufacturing of discs for new games. It is not deleting the games you already own, and it is not breaking the discs you already have. Any game released on disc before the cutoff will keep working in your console. Shops can still sell the physical stock that they have left. Sony explained the move by pointing to how people already shop, by essentially blaming you, of course, because that's the easiest thing to do. Let's blame you for why we want to do what we want to do. Isn't that amazing? It's like this is the same company that's currently offering for sale a brand new vinyl record player. When last I checked, I'm pretty sure the majority of people consume their music via streaming these days. A vast majority, probably way more than digital video games versus physical video games. And yet, for some reason, they're still making vinyl record players. Sony themselves is still making vinyl record players. They're still producing it. They're still getting it out there physically in people's hands. But for some reason, video games are just a no-go. You just can't do it. I don't know. Kind of weird. Anyway, so they explained the move by how people already shop. The company said that the shift matches how most of its community now prefers to buy and play games. And the numbers back that up. Yeah, of course the numbers backed it up because Sony incentivized that. Sony incentivized digital purchases. They also slowed down the amount of physical copies that were available little by little throughout the years. So every time there was a physical release, it was less and less discs that were going out there that people could actually purchase. There were so many people that said they wanted physical copies of XYZ video game, but then they couldn't find it because it was constantly sold out. So they eventually caved and bought it digitally. That's exactly what PlayStation wanted the entire time. They wanted you to do that because then they could say, well, look, everybody's buying digital. Nobody wants physical, even though the vast majority of the PlayStation 5s out there that are owned by people are the physical version. How is it that you have 95% of your fan base buying digitally, supposedly, for your video games, and meanwhile, almost 80% of the consoles out there are the physical version? Almost 80% of the ones with the disc drive. So what, they just paid extra for no reason? They're not getting a performance upgrade. Why would they pay extra for that? Why? Because, they wanted to watch movies? Okay, yeah, so they wanted to watch physical movies, but they're also not going to buy physical video games? I find this to be extremely weird. Like, it just, the entire thing just isn't quite, like, making sense. I really don't know how else to say it, but anyway, the numbers back that up, supposedly. Sony's own figures show that digital downloads already make up around 80 to 85% of full game sales on PlayStation. Well, that's because they're including DLC. They're including digital video games that don't have physical copies. when you have a survey that includes games that don't have physical versions in order to try to like prove that people buy digitally, that's not fair to the people that can't make digital versions of their video games. So you're basically including all these indie devs, you're including DLC, you're including all this stuff, and of course it's going to make the numbers extremely slanted towards one side. Doesn't make any sense. But that's like if you tried to say, well, most people buy physically, but then you don't include the games that sell digital only. Like you include the games that sell digital only. Regardless, it just doesn't make sense. The figures are obviously skewed. The numbers back that up. Sony owns figures show that the digital downloads make 85% of the full game sales on PlayStation, and physical discs were only a small fraction of its gaming revenue. So on the surface, this looks like a company simply following its customers. The problem is what disappears when the disc disappears. And to understand that, you have to look at what you really are buying when you buy digitally. The word buy does not mean what you think. And so this is the big problem. All right, this is the big problem right now that's affecting, I think, not just PlayStation, but a lot of these companies, because realistically, the word buy is a permanent word, right? There's a reason why they use that word. The word buy implies that you are purchasing the ownership of something, and that is not what's happening with most of these video games, especially when you're also especially when you're on PlayStation or Xbox. Like that is not a good thing. Like using the word buy is a real bad thing. So here's the part that surprises most people. When you press the button that says buy on a digital store, you are not buying the game. You are buying a license, which is a limited permission to access it, which we already know that. But again, unfortunately, most people do not know that. And then it says that this is written plainly in Sony's own software usage terms. The terms state that the content is licensed to you on a revocable basis, which means that the access you paid for it can be pulled back at any time. They also state that words like own, purchase, buy, and sell do not mean that ownership is actually being transferred to you, which is fucking crazy. Honestly, that is actually insane. That we are now in a world where the words because they already know this is why they put that in the terms of service. Words like own apparently doesn't mean you own. Words like buy apparently doesn't mean that you buy. And that's insane. And then you wonder why people say, well, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. You wonder why people say that. It's because at the end of the day, you guys are literally like, you're completely changing the definition of words. Or I guess you could say like trying to slime your way through it with your TOS, when ultimately people are like, okay, well, if that's the case, then fuck it. I don't feel bad. I'll just pirate the game. It's not stealing. And you can actually argue that. You're giving them the means to argue that. Anyway, so another section goes further and says that once your agreement, your account, or your license ends, you are expected to stop using the content and delete or destroy any copies. Wow. So once the license is over, you're expected to delete and destroy the thing that you paid for. That's amazing. So that they can go back and sell it to you again later down the line, 3 systems later. You know, they'll bring it back as a classic game and then sell it to you all over again. Read that again. In Sony's own words, buy does not mean own, and that access can be taken back. None of this is unique to Sony, which is true. Microsoft, Nintendo, Steam, and nearly every major digital store uses the same kind of license model. Sony's not doing something the rest of the industry avoids. Well, to be fair, Steam didn't have it in their TOS for a long time until California forced them to have it. There was a particular lawsuit, there was a particular situation that I remember that resulted in Steam having to change their wording in their TOS because they never had this wording prior to that. They always had the terms buy, own, all that stuff. But unfortunately, with the California laws, they just had to change their TOS. And I remember when that happened. It's simply the biggest example, and in terms says the quiet part out loud. With a physical disc, this mattered far less. Even if the store deleted your account, the disc sat on your shelf and still worked. It was a physical object you controlled. Once games are digital only, that backup is gone, and your access depends entirely on a company keeping its servers running and its license deals in place, which we all know that's not happening whatsoever. This has already happened to real people. If this sounds like a distant worry, it's not. There are already clear cases where people lost access to things that they paid for. The clearest example is a racing game called The Crew, which again, the crew started the entire situation with Stop Killing Games. The entire situation with Stop Killing Games was started, ironically, by Ubisoft shutting down The Crew, which is actually kind of insane. It's always needed an internet connection to a company server to work. In 2023, Ubisoft shut those servers down. Overnight, a full-price game that millions had bought became completely unplayable. There was no offline version to fall back on. The purchase simply stopped existing. Sony has done something similar with video content. At the end of 2023, Sony removed more than 1,000 Discovery television shows from users' libraries, including titles people had paid for, such as Deadliest Catch and Mythbusters. Sony's notice that became of its licensing arrangements, users would no longer be able to watch content that they had already purchased, and the content will be removed. On another occasion, Sony announced it would remove a batch of Studio Canal films that people had bought, and only reverse course after public anger. Which, again, just to remind people, if you're buying TV shows and you're buying movies digitally, right, and you're having it on these digital libraries and they're taking it away from you, that is literally no different than you just paying for a streaming service and watching whatever you're watching at any given time and then have that service take it off air, after a couple of months or whatever, depending on how successful it is. There is no difference. The only difference is that you paid probably way more for those actual movies and they took it away from you anyway. It's literally the same shit. And it's because they want you to essentially realize and understand that it's all the same shit, because they want you to get to the point where you are happy owning nothing. Anyway, there is also the issue of stores closing. Sony has been shutting down the older PlayStation storefronts for PS3, PS Vita, and PSP. Reports estimate that this removes access to purchases for more than 2,000 digital-only games. Some of those titles never had a disc version at all, which means that once they are gone from the store, there is no legal way left to get them. They are simply lost. Well, that's because, again, what they want to do is they want to be able to take these games that they remove from you, and they want to be able to offer it on some sort of like subscription service. They want to be able to offer it like on PlayStation Now, whatever the hell it's called for PlayStation. They want to be able to offer it later down the line and charge you again for it. They want to be able to keep double dipping, triple dipping at this point and constantly keep charging you for the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. That's what it is. There are not glitches. These are not glitches. I'm sorry. In each case, the company was acting within the license terms you agreed to. That's exactly the point. The system is designed so that access can be withdrawn, and it already has been. What happens when the servers go down? Now, this is the part that interests me the most, because again, the servers did go down. They literally just went down the other day for 8 hours, almost 9 hours for PlayStation, and then Xbox servers went down the other day too. Yesterday or the day before that, for 24 hours. It went down, well, almost 24 hours, like 21 hours. It went down for almost the entire day. And that's just a lightweight, right? It's just, it's like, yeah, exactly. Coincidence? Like, it just seems, anyway, a little bit strange. So now think about that everyday version of this problem. The one that hits millions of people at once, an outage, which, again, literally, this literally just happened. So highly coincidental. In February 2025, the PlayStation Network went down for about 24 hours. Roughly 3.9 million people were locked out. Many of them could not play online games, could not download what they had bought, and in some cases could not reach games that needs to verify a license first. When the network sleeps, a large part of your library sleeps with it. In a world with discs, an outage was an annoyance. Your internet or the store might be down, but you could still put in a disc and play it by yourself. In a digital-only world, an outage can be worse. You may be unable to download the games you bought, and any game that needs to verify a license online can refuse to start, with no disk to fall back on. And an outage is only the mildest version of losing access. Consider the full list of ways it can happen, all of which are real. The service could go down temporarily, as they did in 25, and lock you out for hours or days. The company can permanently shut down a game server, as what happened with The Crew, and make it unplayable forever. The store can close, as is happening with the older PlayStation stores, and remove your ability to buy, or eventually to re-download. And your account can be banned or suspended, because your entire library is tied to that one account. Losing the account can mean losing access to every game and film that you ever bought on it all at once. The company can lose a licensing deal, which again happens all the time, and it did with the Discovery and Studio Canal content, and remove the things that you paid to actually own. The company can stop supporting old hardware, leaving purchases stranded on a machine that can no longer reach the store. With the physical disc, most of these problems do not touch you. The disc keeps working. Remove the disc, and every one of these become a real risk you cannot control. So I know people are going to be like, well, what if it was anonymous, right? Like, what if it was like a warning shot or whatever to the company? And that very well may be the case. That could be the case. Again, I don't want to point fingers because we don't know ultimately. All I'm saying is this is highly coincidental. and a little bit suspicious timing, that one of the most famous hacking groups of probably all time at this point decides to write this entire long story on X, literally just a couple of days after the systems go down. You know, it's just it's interesting timing. But anyway, so why does this matter beyond gaming? And this is important too. Ownership is not just about being able to play. When you truly own something, you can do things with it that a license never allows. You can resell it, which again, we've talked about this many times. A disc can be sold or traded when you are finished with it. A license cannot be resold, which also means there is no cheaper secondhand market to keep the prices down. You can lend it or give it away. You can hand a disc to a friend or a family member. A digital license is locked to your account and cannot be passed on. You can keep it forever and pass it down. A disc can sit in a drawer for 20 years and still work, and it can be inherited. A digital library generally cannot be transferred when someone dies. It effectively disappears with the account. You can preserve it when a digital game is removed from a store and never had a disc. It can be lost to history. This is a serious concern for game preservation because a growing share of gaming history now exists only on servers that a company can switch off. And again, guys, to my understanding, Steam put in a rule pretty recently that allows the passing down of your Steam account to, people who, let's say somebody dies, you want to pass your account down to someone else, whatever, you're allowed to have that without fear of the account being deleted, so it's just this whole desperation to lock down their ecosystem and to control everything that goes in and out of it to the extent where they're willing to inconvenience pretty much all their customers and just do some egregious shit. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of sad, really, when you think about it. But they're desperate. So, put simply, a disc is something you hold on to. A license is something that you borrow on terms the company can change at any time. Moving an entire industry from one to the other is a large shift in who holds the power, and it moves that power away from the person who is paying. Now, this is not going unchallenged, and that is worth knowing. In the United States, California passed a law signed by the governor that targets exactly this confusion. It requires digital stores to clearly tell customers that a purchase is a license. This is what I was talking about before. Not full ownership. Under the law, stores can no longer freely use words like buy or purchase for digital media unless they make it clear that the customer does not fully own the product. Breaking the rule can be treated as false advertising. The lawmaker behind it said that it was a direct response to situations like the shutdown of the crew and the removal of purchased PlayStation content. The shutdown of the crew also helped launch a wider consumer movement, pushing for rules that would stop companies from making paid games completely unplayable after people have bought them. The core demand is simple. If you sell someone a game, you should not be able to switch it off forever. None of this reverses Sony's decision, but it shows that lawmakers and consumers are starting to treat digital ownership as a real problem and not a technical detail. And again, we've talked about this many times, and we'll continue to talk about this anytime it comes up. Realistically, digital rights need to be a focal point for a lot of lawmakers because, unfortunately, we're in a world where digital anything has completely surpassed in every metric, every tangible way. It has surpassed every digital law that may or may not exist right now for consumer rights digitally. It has completely passed it. Like we are like 10, 15 fucking years behind where we are digitally. From the law perspective, we are at least 10 to 15 years behind at the minimum. And these companies know it, which is why they are being so egregious and trying desperately to lock everything down while they can and take advantage of it while they still can. Because if they don't do it now and laws start getting passed, they're going to lose their opportunity in order to do it. So this is why we have to make sure that the conversation continues in any way possible. And things like stop killing games are super important. Like I know it's in the UK and I know it's in California right now, but eventually we'll spread past that if it continues to gain any steam. So here's what they say you can actually do. You cannot force a giant company to keep making discs, but you are not powerless either. And there are concrete steps to protect you. It says that first, buy a physical disc while you still can. Any PlayStation game released on disc before 2028 cutoff will keep working, and shops can sell existing stock after that. If owning a game outright matters to you, the disc is still the most reliable way to do it. So is keeping a console that has a disc drive, which again, almost 80% of PlayStations out there have the disc drive. So they're telling you that 95% of their players buy digitally, but 80% of them that own a PS5 bought it with the disc drive. I guess they must really like watching movies, I suppose. Second, prefer stores that let you keep what you buy. Some platforms, mainly on PC, sell games without the kind of lock that can remotely disable them and let you download and keep an installer, where you have the choice that is real ownership rather than a revocable license. Third, download and back up what you own now. If a game or film in your library lets you download it, do it rather than assuming that it would always be there to stream or re-download later on. Stores close and licenses expire. Fourth, read what buy means before you click. Thanks to laws like California's, stores are increasingly being forced to tell you when to purchase. When a purchase is only a license. Take that seriously. It is telling you the truth about what you are getting. And fifth, support the right to own what you pay for. The laws and movements described above exist because people push for them. They are only the reason companies are being made to be honest about any of this. This shift to digital is being sold to you as a pure convenience, and the convenience is real, but the receipt was always in the terms. When you buy a digital game, you're renting access on the company's terms, and starting in 28, on PlayStation, the simple alternative of owning a disc goes away for new games. The people who understand that and who act on it now are the ones who will still be able to play what they paid for. No matter what happens to a company's servers, its licensing deals, or its business. With the disc, you are buying something real. Once it's gone, you are only renting access. It is worth knowing that before the choice to own one is gone forever. We are anonymous. We are a legion. We do not forgive, etc., 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 etc. So, again, guys, I mean, this was a great write-up. This was a nice, compilation overall by Anonymous. But realistically, the fact that they're even mentioning something at this point, and then the whole, Persona calling card thing with the Sony CEO, there's some weird shit going on, boys. And I think at this point, this is when the anime starts introducing all kinds of different main characters. And, I don't know what's going to happen. But realistically, I think at this point, people know what to do. At least I hope they do. And I think people are more than willing at this point to start walking away because they're just overall unhappy with what's going on. And expecting Sony to change by complaining or whatever, I think people understand the chances of that happening is nearly zero at this point. And the more educated people get, the better outcome I think will be happening just for people in general. So that's basically it for the write-up on Anonymous. Pretty interesting story overall, and we will follow up if there's anything else that is going on. The blackout is a walkout is cringe, man. Just walk away. Yeah, I said I don't agree with the blackout thing, which is crazy because I remember I did a topic on the blackout thing, and I literally got comments from people. They were trying to tell me that the blackout thing was stupid, and they're asking me why I was supporting it, and I'm like, brother, did you watch the video or what are you doing? Did you last 10 seconds into the video? When I'm like, all right, guys, time to talk about PlayStation. There's a blackout happening. And then the guy paused the video. Just paused the fucking video and just went straight to the comment section. Brother, what are we doing here, Anyway, resuming TTS, let's go. Let's get some feltings going. What do we got? Oh, fuck. Fuck. Here we go.
Here, why don't you find out?
Oh?
Mario Fall Control. This well seems pretty deep.
Mario Fall? Did
My
you
dad
felt
looked at a
yourself?
Pink Floyd vinyl. It was over $700 and had multiple versions live/otherwise of 5 songs.
Damn, $700? Shit, that's crazy, bro. Listen, some of this shit's getting so expensive. It's bro, it really doesn't matter what you're into. If you're into TCG or you're into vinyl records, or if you're into retro game collecting, or if you're into vintage clothing collecting, it doesn't matter what you get into, brother. It's crazy how expensive shit is getting. Fourth Wall Guy says, what are the chances of Anonymous hitting Sony and Xbox on the release of GTA 6? Probably zero. Probably zero, to be honest with you, because they'll probably be playing GTA 6 also. And by they, I mean Anonymous. T-Jab says, we are 145 away from Tier 1, and right now it's Mika at 12 and Milia at 9. So it's actually fairly close. It's fairly close right now. Not bad. Not bad, which means we got a nice little lineup going on. People are reselling anything? Yeah, I know that. It's the reselling market is unbelievably huge. Unbelievably huge. But you know what? It is what it is. Adair Soto
You
with
know
a
what's
10.
a perfect example? Hypno, the word of buying by loses meaning. Remember that politician that the UN article that he believes is the same thing.
Well, that's why I said before with that lawsuit, because people were using that lawsuit to essentially go after Sony in this particular situation. I'm like, no. Let's use that lawsuit to go after everybody because they're all doing it, right? Even Steam, they're all doing it. I don't think you should be able to use the words buy on anything that you're not actually owning. So if you're trying to tell me that I don't own XYZ, I don't think you should be allowed to use the word buy.
Milia Rage.
Personally. Thank you for the 10 Adair Soto. McKee! Thank you for the 10, brother. Holy shit. Wow, Guilty Gear is in the lead? That's shocking. What happened to all the Street Fighter fans out there? Interesting. McKee, thank you for the 10, brother. Appreciate you, bro. So yeah, I think, Adair, I think that's really what's going on. I don't really like the idea of them using the words buy or anything like that. I think they should definitely use different words. You know? Yeah, exactly. Like maybe use the words lease or something. Lease now, you know, or rent now or something like that. But see, the problem with using the word rent is that it implies that you could return it. It implies like somebody can just return it at any time. So I don't think they're going to use the words rent. I think lease would probably be the wording, or they'll come up with a new word. I don't know. We'll see. That makes no difference, though. Most people don't understand. Now they can't sue because of the fine print. Well, I think you are right, Tiger King, in the sense that most people don't read. Most people don't pay attention. Let's be real. You know, I see it all the time on my videos, so I can only imagine what people are like when it comes to buying things, you know, especially buying things on a store. I think most people don't pay attention, but anytime something like this goes down that's this huge, think about how big this is, okay? Think about how big all this is right now. You got multiple hacker groups making statements. You got famous people making statements. You got studios. Some studios are making statements. You got everybody and their mothers talking about this. And the fact that PlayStation is ignoring all of this just proves that this is on purpose, which we already know, because there's no other company that I know of that would look at this level of backlash and not say anything. Even if it's like, hey, you're going to double down, you know? Even at that point, even if you say something and you just double down, at least you said something. They're completely fucking quiet. 90% of people don't even read the agreement. I would say 98% of people don't read the agreement. You know? They will put purchase and put license in the fine print. I mean, they already do that. Tiger King, they already do that. They put buy now or buy, right? And in the fine print, they put that it's a license so that you don't own it. They're doing the same thing. Like right now, you know? Yeah, exactly, Dr. Richard. They know what they're doing, bro. They know what they're doing. They're not, listen, as crazy as Sony is and as crazy as PlayStation is, they're not stupid. I'm not going to sit up here and say that they're stupid. I think they're very smart. And I think they absolutely know what they're doing. And I think they're executing a very, very long, planned out sequence of events to get to the end game that they want to get to. That's what I think is happening, you know? We got, let me see, Deadeye's Lock with a 3 Familiar Rage. Appreciate that, brother. And then Deadeye's Lock with a 2 Familiar Rage. And then he says, not anymore, T-Jab, LOL. Appreciate that, Deadeye's Lock. Thank you, sir. Wait, you're live now? Yes, I'm live almost every day at this time. Tiger King says, so it's covered. It's harder to sue on those grounds. Well, it is harder to sue, yes, but it doesn't make them invincible. These companies have gotten sued for their EULAs before, and their EULAs have been thrown out of the court. It's only a basically, like, everybody thinks, the shills think a EULA is just like a what do you call it? Like an instant win. People think that EULAs are like an instant win. It's not. EULAs have been thrown out in court before. They've been found to not, you know, justify whatever the company decided to do with XYZ. It's been thrown out before. And that, granted, that's not every time. But it's not, what I'm basically trying to say is it's not foolproof. It's not a law. It's just, it's like a, you know, terms of service is not a law, is what I'm saying. So there is no EULA out there that is completely foolproof. But you'll have people out there that really think that it is. And they'll be like, well, it's in a EULA, so you're going to get felted. It's like, no. No, some EULAs have been thrown out before, and depending on how egregious the situation it is, most of the time they'll get thrown out. Or at the very least, whatever that portion of the EULA they're trying to utilize, it'll be seemed what's the word I'm looking for? Redundant or whatever. Like it'll basically not apply. You know? Yeah, exactly. No EULA's ironclad, exactly. Why can't we have Hypno's physical disc containing his streams? Because I have no means of production or distribution. I'm sorry. I apologize. A lot of EULAs say that you can't mod the games or you can't say anything bad about the game. Yeah, I know that. You can't mod games. You can't say anything bad about the game. Also, too, you can't some of them say you can't actually stream the content. Like there are especially Square Enix recently. Square Enix has some of their shit where they're like, you can't stream the content. Capcom, I think, does it too sometimes. It's insane. There's actually so much shit in there. I mean, look what happened with what do you call it? Subnautica. Look at what happened to Subnautica. Subnautica 2. Their EULA, they were like, you can't stream the game, you can't make content of the game. If you make or stream anything about the game, we own that content. It's like, bro, their EULA was crazy. And nothing ever came from that. The EULA is still the exact same. They never changed it. And it's because it was Krafton. To my knowledge, it was Krafton that drafted that EULA and not necessarily the Subnautica 2 team. You know? So it's crazy, man. Nintendo actively kills game streams. Yeah, I would never, bro. If you're not, I'll tell you right now, for anybody watching, it's gotta be tough to be a Nintendo content creator and utilize their clips if you're not a shill. Because I've seen them go after people, and to be fair, Capcom's going after people too. Like, they went after that guy who was making NSFW mods of some of their female characters for the video games, but they had no problems with the NSFW mods for the male characters. So that's a little bit weird, right? They got no problems with the Leon mods, but apparently if you make mods for like Grace or anybody else, then that's a problem, you know? But Nintendo, if you're not a shill for Nintendo, bro, I feel like you're just opening yourself up to potential problems, because they will destroy your stream. They will take your ass down real quick. I will not fuck with Nintendo shit. That's why I don't cover Nintendo stuff. I mean, I cover the news, obviously, but like I'm talking like video games. You'll never see me play Nintendo. Very rarely. I played Smash Brothers like years ago with Will the fans and everything like that. We had a stream called Fight Night. We would get together and play fighting games, and we were playing Smash Bros. But even then, bro, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to do that, you know. But Hypno, you're the CEO of your company. You should sell Hypno coffee plushies, ointments, blow up dolls, controllers, and more. White, bro. How about I just sell an entertaining stream? How about that? Let's just stick to that, right? Like, can we just do that? Can we just do that? Oh man, Lost in the Crowd says at least should come with a set amount of time stated in the receipt. Like, tell us for how long our lease is good for. Oh, so fun fucking fact, dude. Fun fact. Hold on, time out, right? Lost in the Crowd. I'm so glad that you said that. I'm gonna bring that up. Okay, here we go. I'm so glad that you said that, my man. So, who here knows the basis of the lawsuit for The Crew with Ubisoft? Who here knows the basis of the lawsuit? Before we get into the next topic, I want to see. Do you guys know exactly why the lawsuit was presented against Ubisoft? Yes, Great Ape, exactly. Great Ape nailed it. What a fucking genius Great Ape is, man. The basis of the lawsuit was that in the terms, in the licensing terms, you were given 99 years access to the game. You were given 99 years access to the game for The Crew, okay? The lawyers that were going against Ubisoft argue that when you purchased the license, you purchased 99 years worth of access to The Crew, and they obviously shut it down well before 99 years. And so it was that loophole that got it all dragged out to the point of where it's at right now. Which is why now I don't think they even do the 99 years license access anymore. I don't think they do it anymore. I think they either shorten the term now, or they decide to just put in some interesting wording in there. But that was the basis of the, you know, for a large part of that lawsuit, and it actually worked. It actually worked. So it's pretty interesting you say that it should come with a stated amount of time in the receipt, because actually a lot of licenses did come with a stated amount of time. Which is why when they hit you with the, you know, oh, the license expired or some shit, they hit you with that because the set amount of time that you purchase is expired. So it'll be like 25 years, 30 years, whatever, but it'll expire. Some of them I don't even think are that long. I think movies have a longer license, to be honest with you. But that's what happened with these movies. So, yeah, in 98 years now, got them. Yeah. Imagine if it goes to 98 years and it gets shut down and you're like, you're a fucking bastard. I should have got about 99 years. Now I'm gonna die. And the game's gonna die with me. You son of a bitch. You know? It's crazy. Anyway, 2 weeks for PlayStation games? Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Remember, guys, play has limits. It's not play doesn't have limits. Play has limits. I'll be real with you guys. If there's one thing I want from any of this, I just want PlayStation to change their fucking slogan, bro. It is insulting. It is more insulting than anything else that you've done so far. Realistically, I think it's fucking crazy that you have a slogan that says play has no limits, and you literally are out here with the most limits out of anybody. So I think at the bare minimum, you should just change your slogan to play has limits. Do something. Because your slogan is more insulting than anything else you've done so far, in my opinion anyway. Play has limits. Just be honest with people. Anyway. All right, let's go to Rumble. Torno with a 2. EULA is a single-sided statement, true, of how the business intends to run a two-sided transaction, true. They do not have to follow the law, but the law can trump such overreaches if the judges are fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's essentially, again, it's not meant to be foolproof. It's not meant to be a fortress. It's just meant to be the first door that you have to walk through. And when you walk through that door, depending on the judge, you might have a second door you could walk through after that, you know? But thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. All right, guys, let's pause TTS and let's get into the next topic, man. Great conversation so far. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like the stream. Don't forget to like the stream. We got 500 of you on YouTube. We got 50 over there on Rumble. Like the stream wherever you are watching. And don't forget about the battle. In your super chats, put the name first, depending on who you're voting for. Milia Rage from Guilty Gear or Rainbow Mika from Street Fighter. Let us know, and we'll figure it out from there, boys. All right. Let me X out of the PlayStation story. Let's talk about... hold on, let me back out real quick. Let's talk about the Bethesda situation. And also the God of War situation. Because I'm going to tie this into an entire story about, like, just obscene levels of money wasting. Obscene levels of just, like... I don't even know. Like, what they're doing over there at Xbox, or what they were doing, I should say, and PlayStation's doing it too. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. So let's talk about it. All right, guys, we're going to talk about Bethesda, and we're also going to talk about Santa Monica. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, why are we talking about two completely different studios? Why are we talking about two completely different studios from two completely different companies? Well, it's because both of these studios have announced something recently that has just completely blown my mind. And it goes to show the level of money that these companies are willing to waste and the amount of time that they're willing to waste. So first, we're going to start off with Bethesda. First and foremost, I feel like Bethesda is the more egregious out of these two companies, but what they're announcing kind of goes hand in hand. So Bethesda officially has announced that they're working on 4 new Fallout video games. 4. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. 4 Fallout video games all at the same time, which, by the way, in case you guys are unaware, they're also working on Elder Scrolls 6. That is supposed to have their full attention. But apparently, somehow, some way, they're working on 4 new Fallout games. Now, I already know about Fallout 5, obviously. And I already know about the New Vegas remaster that they're supposedly doing. But Bethesda announcing 4 Fallout games after Asha Sharma went into, Todd Howard's office and was like, hey, maybe we should actually work on something. Let's focus. Let's buckle down. This is a prime example, in my opinion, that they're probably so spread thin. But aside from being spread thin, they're so mismanaged. There's no way at this point that anybody can convince me that these companies are not some of the most mismanaged companies that I've ever seen. The only thing is, considering how big the gaming industry is, they have so much money. These are the major companies, right? We're not talking about small studios or anything like that. These are the major companies. So they got a lot of money, a lot of subsidization. We already talked about how Xbox admitted that Minecraft essentially subsidized damn near every single one of their garbage-ass mistakes over the last few years. And PlayStation has similar stories as well, where they subsidize shit like Concord and whatnot with their ball and gun gamers, right? They buy, it's basically Grand Theft Auto gamers playing Grand Theft Auto Online, spending an insane amount of money on Shark Points or whatever the hell it's called. You got your NBA 2K players, your fucking FIFA players, all this stuff. Like they're just spending $30,000 a month per player. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the point is, working on 4 Fallout games while also working on Elder Scrolls, I understand it's a big company, but Jesus Christ, bro. This is why Todd Howard sits there twiddling his fucking thumbs and has nothing to show for it, even though he announced his game, Elder Scrolls 6, 7 years ago? I don't even remember how long it's been already at this point. You're essentially in the same boat as Beyond Good and Evil 2, just not as egregious, in my opinion. But we also had an announcement, too, where PlayStation also has officially said that they have not 4, but they got 5 God of War video games in development. 5 God of War video games in development, guys. Now, keep in mind, they say this, right? But we already know that the live service God of War video game got canceled, at least to our knowledge anyway. They said that they canceled the God of War live service video game unless they're bringing it back up. I really don't know. But the only way this could be true is if they're counting every single one of those remakes from the trilogy as a separate video game, even though aren't they selling it as the same game? I'm almost positive they were selling it as the same game. If they're not, then that means that they plan to remake the original trilogy separate games, separate sales. That's the only way I could see this being potentially 5 God of War video games. Because again, we know we got God of War Laffy Taffy, right? We got God of War Laffy Taffy. We got the trilogy. So if you count the trilogy, then that's 4. So that means that there's one more other game, which they announced the other day. They said they're working on a new mainline video game with Kratos. So you got 5 God of War video games that are being worked on all at the same time, which again, I get it. I totally understand. Okay. Like I said, I understand more of the Santa Monica side of things than I do the Bethesda side of things. The Bethesda side of things, I feel like is really ridiculous at this point. The Santa Monica stuff, again, if you count the remakes as 3 separate games, whatever, fine. Then I get that. But all I'm saying is, at this point, I think it's getting a little ridiculous that these studios don't know how to just buckle down. They don't know how to buckle down, get their shit together, and focus on getting one fucking game out at any given time when it comes to these major franchises. Look at what Capcom's doing. Capcom's doing it the right way. As much as some people don't like the remakes and stuff, Capcom's doing it the right way. They're utilizing the remakes, and they're working on the remakes to supplement their mainline titles so that they can come out with a Resident Evil video game once a year. That's the only way it's possible, because they're not going to be able to come out with a mainline game once a year. That's impossible. So they'll do, we got Code Veronica coming out right now, obviously. And then after that, we're going to have, what the hell is the other one? I forgot. There's rumors of another Resident Evil 1 remake. We already know they're not touching 5. They absolutely refuse to touch 5. 5 is not being touched whatsoever. I'm never going to get my dream of playing a Resident Evil 5 remake with white zombies. I'm never going to get it. unfortunately. I so desperately wanted, but we're never gonna get to that point. But yeah, they're not gonna touch Resident Evil 5 because obviously, it's racially charged. It's racially charged with these people. But anyway, so Capcom's doing it the right way. And when it comes to Bethesda, the problem is, look at how each one of their video games releases. This is why I have a problem with it. If you were a company that could be trusted in terms of like performance and, day one releases and putting out good products and all that stuff, then maybe I'd be like, you know what? All right, whatever. They've been proven they could do it. Whatever. It's fine. But this is Bethesda. This is 16 times the garbage. Okay? 16 times the detail, 16 times the bugs, 16 times the bullshit. This is Bethesda we're talking about. It's hard enough for them to make one Fallout video game and have it not be completely broken. You mean to tell me that they're going to be making 4 at the same time? I just don't see how this is going to work out. Now, I do know that they have a partnership with Obsidian Entertainment now. They've been forced to work together by Asha Sharma. She came in, she basically told them to make up and stop being, angry at each other and all that. So, but even so, Obsidian Entertainment, when they released Avowed, that game was released fairly buggy. I wouldn't call it broken. It definitely was better than a Bethesda game, but it was still fairly buggy, and it had quite a bit of issues when it released, at least in the beginning anyway. Now, Outer Worlds 2, I don't know how that game played because I didn't play that game. I skipped that game. I played the first one. The first one was fine, but it also had its own bugs too. It's kind of janky. So you got these two companies that are known for jank, where one of the companies, Obsidian, the former director said that players should be okay with a little bit of jank in their game. She essentially tried to sell to you that you should be okay with having a little bit of broken aspects to your game. I don't know where she got off with that, but it doesn't matter. She's over there at Netflix now. So whatever. She's working at Netflix. Apparently she's in Netflix gaming. I didn't even know Netflix had a gaming section, but she's in Netflix gaming. She's doing whatever the fuck that means over there. But yeah, when it comes to like these two companies, I just don't trust Bethesda or Obsidian to make a video game that's actually going to run properly at its release. And then you're going to stretch the company super thin. You're going to have them work on 4 different releases at the same time. I just don't see how that's going to work. So all I'm saying is when looking at this title, when I saw these announcements, I was like, whoa, I got to talk about this because this is kind of crazy to me. And it really kind of shows that they're willing to just throw all kinds of just money, time, wasted energy without buckling down and just working on one project. At this point, considering they don't have anything to show for it, Bethesda should be doing a fusion dance with Obsidian and working on at most 2 video games. That's what they should be doing. Work on Elder Scrolls 6 and work on the New Vegas remaster. That's it. Work on those 2 games to their maximum. And then you worry about the other games at any given time. But I also can't, shake the feeling that a lot of this fault also lies with Xbox too. Because I'm sure they're so desperate after all their failures with all these fucking terrible video games that they've been funding, that they've been using Minecraft money to fund. I'm sure that they are so desperate that at this point, they're going to their big studios like Bethesda, even id Software, even though they nuked id Software, they're going to all these big studios. They're like, hey, it's time to get the milking going. It is time to get the golden cow out here, and it's time to truly milk this shit. It is now time to do nothing but Fallout, nothing but Elder Scrolls, nothing but Doom, nothing but Wolfenstein, nothing but these, that's it. Just do the IPs that we should have been doing, and let's hope for the best. Because they wasted so much money on all this other nonsense that they were utilizing to not only push their bullshit, but to also feed the Game Pass machine. All of that's gone now. Well, at least it should be anyway, but we know it's not going to be. But most of that is gone now at this point. Once we see the last couple of games come out that were funded by Minecraft, like Fable, for example, that, by the way, is extremely over budget. We talked about that the other day. Once that's gone and there's nothing to be seen from that, then we'll see what ends up happening in terms of what they got planned for the future. But as of right now, I think this is just way too much nonsense going on, and it's not necessarily a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. They need to buckle down and get their shit together. Mr. Todd Howard, the guy who just sits there and just twiddles his thumbs, like, we need to get the shit together. That's what I'm saying. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening from this. But I saw the announcement. I'm like, God damn, that's nuts, bro. 5 God of War video games. 4 Fallout video games. Notice how they didn't even mention Elder Scrolls in this. So these companies are working on 5 games each at the same time. And they just laid off a bunch of people. Nice. We'll see how that goes, I suppose. Put some respect on God Howard. What respect do you want me to put on him? Bethesda needs to do a new Dishonored game. Don't forget that badass IP. I agree. Dr. Richard, I kind of want to go back to Dishonored and play it. I was so let down by Deathloop. Any of you guys play Deathloop? I fucking hate that game, bro. I hate that game. It was fucking, like, I did not like it, bro. Which is sad because, like, the gameplay was good, obviously, because it was very Dishonored and all that. But I hate that game, bro. Deathloop was like just so bad. So bad. And I was looking forward to that game too when it first came out. I was like, oh shit, this looks promising. This looks like, similar to Dishonored, but it has interesting like time loop mechanic. It's so gay, bro. So gay. Dishonored 1 was definitely better. All right, Zoom TTS, let's go. What do we got? What do we got, boys? Who's here? Let's see.
Your dream will come true, Hiplo.
Imagine Fuda of War, the founding simulator. That's right up your alley.
Fuda of War is crazy. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Fuda of War is absolutely insane.
I heard that they might remaster on a Nusher Dawn of Dreams. It is just a rumor, but they can't do 3 because of the French cop that modeled after a French actor.
I wouldn't mind new Onimusha
Don't
games.
forget
I'm looking
about
forward
Elder
to the new
Scroll
one.
Online. They also took money from them as well. They could have put that money to focus on the game.
Yep, that shit was egregious, bro. Like Minecraft, I can understand Minecraft getting its money taken because how much does it really take to maintain Minecraft?
Hashtag Sonya.
Realistically,
I'm so happy you played Halo Combat Devolved with Fake
Oh
Wizard.
my god.
Here's to a happy marriage. Muahahaha.
It's because of you guys. So I wasn't gonna go down without a fight, and I sent this picture to Wizard because I didn't.
What do you think the odds
I didn't want to
the
surprise
SX
him.
mini game with the vases remains untouched in the Gao remake?
So they're trying to pass it off that the sex mini games are going to be still there. I am inclined to believe that they will be censored. They'll still be there, but they're going to be censored. So I don't think it's going to be untouched, is what I'm saying. But thank you for the 5, McKee. Appreciate it. And Tanya Raven, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. I'm going to show you something real quick. And Adair Soto, thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. So yeah, I wasn't going to go down without a fight. So since you guys, really you and Wizard forced me to play this Halo trash game, which we're going to talk about in a second. Obviously my thumbnail, I didn't want to surprise him with it. So my thumbnail, I had to make sure what's proper. Because again, you're gonna make me play this game. I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna troll you to the end of time. Okay? We did no such thing. Yeah, bullshit. You guys and Wizard collaborated. Okay? You guys collaborated, and you ensured that stream happened. Okay? So I decided to return the favor with what I think is probably some of my best work in terms of a thumbnail. In terms of a thumbnail. I feel like this is some of my best work for sure. It's only gonna get better from here, boys. It's only gonna get better from here.
Why bring up Elder Scrolls? We all know the game is fake.
Well,
Has anyone seen any cinematics or gameplay yet? It's been years. They shit was shadow cancelled.
No, so what it is, GDR, I know what you're saying, and I appreciate the 10, bro. What it is that Todd Howard and Bethesda, they have a fucking terrible habit of announcing video games way too early. right? Xbox does this quite often. They announce video games way too fucking early. Why are we announcing video games and there's like an 8-year spread? You know? Like, why are we doing this? This has to be the most stupid thing that you could possibly do. But they keep doing it. And they do it with their big titles too. And I don't know if it's because like in their mind they feel like they know what's gonna come out, because obviously like no matter what, they're not gonna let go of Elder Scrolls. But that shit's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. It still happened to Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, same thing, man. Went into basically development hell. Final Fantasy 15, they did the same thing. They announced Final Fantasy Versus 13, went into development hell. By the time you saw it many, many, many years later, it had a brand new name attached to it. It was I hate when these guys do that. It's like, stop doing that shit. It's so stupid. Anyway, thank you for the 10. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, we're caught up on Rumble. Okay, all right, cool. All right. So yeah, I made this picture and I'm like, you know, I just had to. I was venting, okay? This picture, I was venting. But anyway, we're gonna talk about Halo now in a second. Let's talk about Halo. Just give me 1 second. Let me bring something up for the Go Halo story. Cause it ain't doing that good. It ain't doing that good. I never thought it was gonna do like anything crazy though on Steam. I would have thought like 50K at least, 50. But I gotta remind myself there's no multiplayer to this, so you know, not too surprising really when you think about it. In terms of gifted games, I don't think we have any, but I'll double check really quick. All right, we're good. All right, let me bring this up really quick.
Future DLC AAA make games no pause like Elden Ring.
Future DLC AAA make games no pause like Elden Ring. I mean, some games should have a pause though, in my opinion. Thank you for the 2. Some games I feel like should have a pause. Dante says, I'll play Halo tonight. I paid $1 for Game Pass to play it. This fucking guy, bro. This guy. All right. Let's go over a couple funny things happening with Halo right now. All right, I got everything. All right, guys, we got to talk about Halo. Halo campaign evolved, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me
will be 70 years old when Elder Scrolls releases a cinematic trailer saying coming soon. And another 15 years will pass for gameplay.
He's old. He's old. GDR, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I think you and everybody else is going to be old at that time. All right, guys, we got to talk about Halo. Let's talk about Halo Campaign Evolved. We're going to cover a couple of things regarding Halo Campaign Evolved. Number 1, I finally played the game, got to play it with a real-life fake wizard, and we're going to go over that gameplay in a second and give some of my initial thoughts over the bonus missions, because we didn't get to play the campaign. We initially decided to do the bonus missions since it takes place 1 year before the campaign. So it just chronologically makes sense to play the the bonus missions. But we're going to talk about Halo Campaign Evolved because there's a couple things going on. Number 1, there's the game's getting backlash right now because a revelation was made by some people on the internet, including Marty O'Donnell, one of the original composer for Halo. And some information has come out after a race swap was discovered to be fairly egregious. So Pirate Nation posted, Halo Campaign Evolved is getting a lot of backlash after race and gender swapping. A bridge officer whose face was originally a 3D scan of a Bungie engineer called Matt Seger, confirmed by Marty O'Donnell, into a black woman. Next to Keys, former Halo developer Niall Sankey publicly called the increased female Marine ratio Clown World. So I ended up looking at this photo, and I was like, oh, damn, that's rough. That's rough. Can you imagine? You're the person who is co-opting this game, right? Because let's be real. Halo Studios is not the studio who made the original Halo, obviously, right? To see this go down, it's just a prime example of like, they just don't care. Like, they actually don't care. They don't care about the history of this. You don't care about anything. Like, the original developers on Halo are just laughing at this. Because what this is it just proves that they care more about incorporating, checkboxes and whatnot versus actually maintaining anything related to the original game that is, respectful, let's just say. So they ended up completely nuking someone who was actually involved in the original game instead of just saying, you know what, we're going to keep him in the game out of respect, right? Out of respect for the game that we are currently co-opting, right? We're gonna be respectful, but no, they decided not to do that. Not only that, again, I don't know if this is a bug, but let me confirm this real quick. So this is Marty O'Donnell replying and says, funny, in the original, that was from a scan of the face of one of our engineers. He also programmed the audio engine. So it's not like this guy was heavily involved in the original game, and he got completely erased from the remake, which is crazy, right? So anyway, and you can even see, look, a little bit more history. 2001, Halo Combat Evolved, still there. Obviously, he's here. 2011, the Anniversary Edition, still there. Halo Campaign Evolved, gone. Bye. Completely gone. So, sometime between here and here, they decided that, this was problematic. So anyway, good old 343 Industries, good old Halo Studios. You gotta love it, right? Now, I don't know if this is a bug. I don't have the video, but I will just tell you, apparently something that was discovered. So apparently, in the game, you cannot damage, kill, or hurt any of the female operators that is inside of the base. You can't hurt, kill, or any of them, right? If you try to kill them, if you try to hurt them, nothing happens. But if you want to try to kill or hurt the male operators, you can do that. So you can't hurt any of the females, but you can hurt the males. Now, again, I don't know if that's a bug, but I do think that's quite hilarious. You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna edit this out. Give me a second. I do have the video. I gotta find it. I sent it to the guys earlier because I couldn't believe it. I want to bring it up. I feel like I have to show it. For people to really understand, I have to show it. Let me get the video. Just give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Right here. Got it. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, so this is the video clip where it shows you essentially trying to attack the females. And let me show you what happens. Again, I don't know if this is a bug. All right, I don't know if this is the bug or not. So I just want you guys to know that before people are like, oh my God, look at this fucking chud complaining about a bug. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if it's a bug. But I do think if it is a bug, that's a crazy bug, bro. That's like, what are the chances? What are the chances that the female NPCs get invincibility, but the males don't? That's egregious, brother. Anyway, watch this. Nothing. Which, by the way, she makes sounds like look, watch. So she gets shot, she makes sounds, but nothing happens. Make sounds. That's what makes me think it might be a bug. But again, that's an egregious bug. Make sounds, nothing happens.
What the hell are you doing?
The men? Nope. Nope. With the men, you absolutely can. Look. Pop.
What the hell are you doing?
Pop.
Security to the bridge.
Pop.
Master Chief has gone rampant. Take him down.
The women? Nope. Bro, again, could this be a bug? Sure. But, like, what are the chances of this, bro? Like, that's actually insane to me. That is so egregious. And all it does is lead credence to the claim that you guys do this on purpose. Because you'll have these people claim that they don't do this on purpose. They're not ideologically driven. We're not about ideology. We're just trying to make a good game. We're just doing, like, okay, sure. Look at that. The dude dead.
I'm shutting you down.
Nope. Now, the interesting thing is that the reticule turns red just like it does with the male NPCs. So that's why I say, like, is it meant to be a thing where you can shoot them, or is it bugged? Like, what's the deal here? Nothing. Nothing. Look, the men are fighting back, and the women are sitting there. It's insane. Anyway, so you guys get the point of that. I just thought it was pretty damn ridiculous. Now, I want to go over to another thing really quick where I want to kind of focus on a couple of things. Number one, I want to focus on the charts. Obviously, people are going to ask about it, so let's just talk about it real quick. So these are the numbers right now. I'll refresh it. Here are the numbers right now. So we got an all-time peak of 25,376 over on Steam. I already know people are going to be like, oh, Steam only accounts for like 1% of the players. Like, obviously, everybody's going to be on console for this one. Here's the thing, boys. Halo Campaign Evolved is like number 46 on the Xbox Store. All right. Last I checked, it isn't even that high on the PlayStation Store either. I think people need to really get their minds out of the world of like consoles being the number one thing, because that's really not the case anymore. And it's been proven that if a video game releases day and date on PC, it almost always is going to get a majority of players on the PC platform. Almost always, especially if it's a shooter. I feel like that's just kind of a thing. But again, even if let's say consoles have the bigger number, I just don't think it's going to be that much bigger that people are trying to cope over it. I really just don't think that's going to be a thing. But anyway, again, it's like number 44, 45, something like that on Xbox. Clearly not doing that well over there as well, and that's Xbox, right? You would think that Xbox players would be all over this. It's Halo, but apparently not, right? People had the same mindset when it came to Marathon, and then come to find out, like almost 80% of Marathon's players were on PC. Everybody was like, oh man, the game is doing so much better on consoles. Nobody cares about the Steam numbers. The Steam numbers don't matter. And then come to find out the Steam numbers were the majority of players, which, again, that wasn't a good look for them. So anyway, I think it's pretty egregious, some of the things that are being shown in this game. Now, again, we did play it, okay? We did play it. Here's my gameplay footage of the game. And we did play it. I'll say this. Here's a couple of things I'll notate. Number one, and again, I'm going to be very, very, very fair with all this. I'll tell you the good. Okay, because there is some good. I know people are gonna be like, "It's a 0 out of 10, absolute slop. It's garbage." I'm gonna tell you my honest thoughts on this. Okay, couple things that are good with this is that number one, the sound design is amazing. But to be fair, a lot of the sound design is essentially just remastered original sound design from the original game. So kind of can't give you full credit for that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of can't give you all the credit for that. I could give you credit for the sense that it's remastered or whatever, sounds good on modern tech, but realistically, like, a lot of it's from the original game, so can't exactly give that to you. Same with the music, too, although I will say that there is some original music that is in here, especially in the new missions, that is just so out of place. It does not sound very good compared to the original composition, but whatever. Anyway, I'll say the weapons sound amazing and they feel amazing. The impact on the guns feel fantastic. I mean, holy shit, some of these weapons sound really good and feel really good, which is a plus, right? And obviously the grenades, everything like all that sounds really, really, really good. The graphics obviously are beautiful for the environments, but what the fuck is going on with the characters? I have no idea. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in the negatives. But the environments look amazing. It honestly, like, some of the levels look really, really, really good. So they did a good job with that. But again, we never really have problems these days with like world design, graphics, or anything like that. Like, I feel like a lot of developers that do world design and whatnot, that's a pretty nerdy position. It's not really ideologically driven, kind of like the writer's room is or anything. So you really don't run into those problems, but the characters are really the issue. But anyway, we'll talk about that. Asperger says none of that matters. All of it matters. All of it matters. Like when you're discussing a video game, all of it matters. All of it matters. There's no way that you can't say that world design and the way that the world is actually portrayed to you, the way that you explore through the world, that none of that matters, because it does. It's a single player game. It absolutely fucking matters. But anyway, so with all that being said, now it gets to the point where it's like, okay, so these are the negatives. So we decided to play the bonus missions first because it takes place 1 year before the initial campaign story takes place. And what I will say is that, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding when I tell you, this game's a broken fucking mess. Okay? This game is an absolute broken fucking mess. In the sense of we were playing the first mission, and I'm not even kidding you, the game bugged out on us within 10 minutes. Twice, to the point where I had to restart the entire mission because it bugged out twice on us, okay? Essentially, what ended up happening was we were supposed to escort Johnson, and Johnson ends up not spawning where he's supposed to be spawning, and we could not progress the mission. So I was like, hey, let's reload the checkpoint. And then when we reloaded the checkpoint, the same bug happened. So we essentially had to restart the entire fucking thing. So the Johnson glitch in the first level is egregious. Like, talk about a terrible first impression. It's literally your first mission. It's a brand new mission. So it's not even a mission that you co-opted from the original campaign. This is your development. This is your work that you put into the game, and it fucking runs like shit. It runs like shit. Like, what are you doing? How is that your first impression, right? So anyway, so it bugged out on us twice. That was stupid. We eventually got past that. I will say also the positives. The combat scenarios are really fun. They really throw a ton of enemies at you, so it actually is really, really, really fun. But yeah, it's overall though, once the combat is done, and that's if it doesn't bug out on you, it becomes a problem. So anyway, moving on. The story so far is pretty just like blah. Like I don't know how else to put it other than it's blah. And it goes downhill really fast when they introduce Williams. When they introduce the girl, when they introduce her to the story, brother, she immediately starts shitting on you. I thought that was a joke at first. I thought that was not true, that what people were saying online. No, it is true. Like the moment she's introduced, you are literally less than what's under her boot. Like, you're not worth a fucking thing to this, but you are just complete trash. And she shits on you nonstop. So me and Wizard decided to respond kindly to her shitting on us. So we're playing the new missions before we play the regular campaign.
Oh, if that's a...
Chief, up ahead.
Oh, look at this stupid fucking bitch.
We got survivors.
Fuck over there, bitch. No. Fuck over there, bitch. Get over there.
She just said move.
Bitch. Get over there, bitch.
Oh, wait.
Stupid bitch. Get over there.
Oh, she respawned.
Damn it.
Oh, good. Bitch.
That really hurt.
Shut up. Shut up.
That really hurts you now.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh, and she drops weapons every time.
That really hurt. Someone's gonna get killed. Watch.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Bitch.
Oh.
All right, let's focus. I had to get some misogyny out, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so fun fact though. So it's actually good that we did that because there's something in this game that I don't think anybody even knows exists, right? This is why I don't mind playing bad games sometimes, because you can still make it fun for yourself and other people watching. Unlike a bad movie or a bad TV show, because honestly, if you're watching a bad movie or TV show, you are just along for the ride. You're along for the ride. There's nothing you could do to make it better. But it's good that we did that, because we discovered that if you beat up Williams too much, she will do an anti-patriarchy counterattack to you, and she will literally one-shot both of you. She'll one-shot both of you. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if this is the clip. I'm pretty sure it's not. I gotta double check. It's somewhere over here, but it is. She will anti-patriarchy your ass really fast, brother, and you will get fucking destroyed. Right here. I think it's... Oh, it is right here. Check this out. Here we go. And I know that's what their intention is.
Yeah, this is to try and get new players.
We don't have time for this, Spartan.
Yeah.
Move your armored ass.
Yo, if she curses me out, what this fucking stupid ass...
Someone's gonna get killed. Watch
Shut the fuck up. Stupid
Watch
ass.
your fire! That was me!
Shut the fuck up.
Really
Shut up, bitch. How's that for pulling rank? I told you. Bitch. Stupid ass.
That really hurt me!
That's right, bitch.
So bad.
Oh, what just happened?
Why?
Oh! She kill us? Yes, she kill us. Oh shit. Oh shit. No way. Oh, she went gangster. Wait, hold on.
Clock is ticking. We need to regroup. Unlock the
I
door.
need to pause. Wait, I'm pausing the game. Wait. What just fucking happened? Oh man. So she one-shotted us, okay? She one-shotted us after we beat her up too much. Yeah, that was the part that I had the most fun. That was honestly shocking, but it was funny. So, but anyway, so that's the thing. Apparently, she will one-shot you if you kill her too many times, which I find really interesting because it's kind of unfair because she respawns over and over. She's like invincible, so apparently she could just kill you if you kill her too many times. Anyway, it was pretty epic, and it was pretty funny. Obviously, that's not the way the game's meant to be played. But the point is, the story, unfortunately, as it is right now, is extremely lackluster. And I'll be real with you, the entire point of buying the remake would be so that you can experience the new content. I feel like that's like the selling point for the game. There's literally no point. There's literally, I'm not even kidding, there's literally no point. Like, for you to spend maximum dollar on this game for one video game, yes, the graphics are nice. Yes, the sound design is nice, but everything else is lackluster and it's broken. It's buggy. For you to spend this kind of money on this one video game that has no multiplayer when you could go buy the Master Chief Collection that has multiple video games, like 5 fucking video games, and it's cheaper, it's crazy. It's like, why? I don't understand why anybody would do that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I cannot sit here and recommend this to anybody. I'm going to tell you who this is for, but we all know, like, this is obviously not any of us, but this is for, this Halo remake, in my opinion, is for the people that didn't actually play Halo. And we all know that's true because that's what they're aiming for. Like, they're aiming for, you know, the modern audience. They're aiming for, like, they're trying to get new people into Halo and stuff like that. This is for people that didn't grow up with the original Halo. This is for people that didn't play the original Halo. This is for people that heard about Halo. That's what this is for. This is for people that heard about Halo, or at the very least, this is for people that are like under 18 years old that can't handle anything that looks like a polygon. Like, they have to have maximum graphics. They can't handle anything that's old looking or whatever. So this is for them. This is who it's for. And this is why, like, when people say, oh, this is made for PlayStation players, it is. Because most PlayStation players probably didn't play Halo, or they didn't grow up with Halo, depending on how long they were PlayStation players for. So that's realistically what this game is for. And going through the game, aside from the bugginess, because the bugs are really egregious. I haven't even covered some of the other bugs we ran into. But trust me, we did. If you don't believe me, you could go watch the stream. Like, it's not bullshit. We ran into a bunch of issues. Thankfully, though, I'll say this: the servers didn't go down. Unlike Gears 5, where we kept getting disconnected and shit. At least the servers didn't go down. So that's a plus, I guess, right? But anyway, realistically, this game was the pure definition of a polished fucking turd, where it's like it is a very pretty mid experience. It is a very, very, very pretty mid experience where it's like you got a beautiful world. Again, it was designed like it is gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, certain areas too. I think this map was one of them where, like, we get to like, you could kind of see, I'll just keep it playing in the background. You can kind of see, like, it looks really good. Like, it looks good. The characters. Oh, let me talk about the characters. So, like, The characters don't look like they belong in the world. You know, I spoke to Leon, and Leon called it uncanny Pixar. And to be honest with you, I kind of agree with that because, like, the characters look like they're trying to be cartoony, but then they're going for the realism, and then something happens in the middle that turns them into, like, rubber. I don't know how else to explain it other than that, because the world design doesn't look like that, but the characters do. So that's a little bit weird. And you really notice it in the cutscenes, obviously. Like, if you were to go all the way in the beginning and look at some of the cutscenes, I mean, look at Johnson, bro. Look at this shit. I feel like I'm watching, like, a Pixar film, but then there's, like, a level of realism to it that, like, it's kind of freaky. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to explain this. And I know people are going to blame Unreal Engine 5, but I can't blame Unreal Engine 5 for this because I've seen other Unreal Engine 5 video games that don't look like rubber. Not like this. You know, I think this was a stylistic choice that they made where they were going for something cartoony, but then ended up with something that's not. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Ultimately, guys, again, this Halo is for people that didn't play the initial Halo. Can you find fun in it if you did play the initial Halo? I think you can, but I think a lot of that fun is going to be tied to nostalgia. I think it's going to be tied to your remembrance of Halo, and especially when certain songs hit, it's probably going to trigger like that nostalgia to make you go like, "Oh, I remember this. Ooh, ah," and then, you know, that's not going to last very long. And then you got to come to the realization, you know, this shit costs fucking full price, $50, whatever. I don't think it's worth it. And again, like I told Wizard, I just got finished playing the Master Chief Collection. I played Halo Reach, beat Halo Reach. I was pretty much nearly done with the campaign. I didn't get to finish it because I got addicted to Power World, but I was going to finish it. I had just finished playing that not long ago. There is no reason for this game to exist outside of it's a modern, pretty version of a video game that people are nostalgic about. I just don't think it's going to go very far in that regard. And I think people are going to look at this and they're going to say to themselves, yeah, it's really not much to remember. It's not much to remember. So, I mean, that's basically it, guys. You know, there were moments where, look at Johnson. Look at the way he looks. You can't tell me this shit don't look, it's weird, bro. It's like they were trying to go for a high graphic Fortnite, but then they also went for realism in a way too. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't really know what the term is for that. But anyway, no, I'm not excited for Halo 2 or 3 remake. Look at that. It's fucking Steve Harvey. I'm not excited for Halo 2 or 3 remake. I think that realistically, I know they're gonna do it because they're so useless. Halo Studios. If Halo Studios does not get layoffs from this, if Halo Studios is not part of the 1,600 that are about to be laid off soon, because remember, you got 1,600 people that were fired, and then you got another 1,600 people that are going to be fired afterwards. Halo Studios needs a reckoning, bro. Like they need to be reined the fuck in, and they need to be brought down to reality, because what they're doing, you guys had a remake, you did no multiplayer. The levels that you created are buggy, like just buggy. How is it that you made 3 levels in I don't know how long of a time, and they're buggy as shit? How is that your first impression? I don't get it. I don't get it. So, but that's basically it, boys. Again, me and Wizard, we're gonna play this again on Thursday, I think. We should be done with the bonus missions, and then we'll be back to the campaign. I will say this: I think I will enjoy the game slightly better by playing the original campaign, because at least at that point, all they're doing is basically tracing their homework. Whereas these original missions that they added to the game, I really feel like give you a bad impression of the game overall, and shows you just how soulless this honestly felt when playing the game. This was extremely soulless. It didn't feel like anything other than a pretty version of a superior game. You know, that's really what it is. Oh, and also too, I know a lot of people are asking about sprint versus walking. Me and Wizard tested that actually. I don't know if I can find the clip. Probably not. It's somewhere here, but you could go back and watch the stream. We tested because walking felt almost as fast as sprinting. Sprinting didn't really feel like it did much. And when we tested it, I was sprinting, I think, and yeah, I was sprinting and Wizard was walking. I was barely ahead of him. It was so weird. I don't really know why, but the speeds were pretty similar. So I don't really know what the deal is with that, or again, I don't know. I guess they're going for a minor sprint. Who really knows at this point? But that's basically it, boys, for Halo Remake. At this point, like super mid, kind of like halfway, 5 soulless, like that's basically it. I'm not thinking this game is gonna be anything that you're gonna remember. And I would honestly say at this point, I would wait for a super sale. There is literally 0 point for you to buy this over the Master Chief Collection. You'll get way more value over the Master Chief Collection. You'll get way more video games. You'll spend less money, and they're not graphically ugly. Especially the Anniversary Edition. It still holds up to this day. There's no reason for you to buy this over the Anniversary Edition, other than if you're a streamer, you're reviewing it, or just FOMO. Again, it doesn't even have multiplayer. Like, what are you rushing to go play the same campaign that you've played like 3 times over already? It doesn't make any sense. But hey, listen, there's some people out there that want to, and that's fine. But realistically, the only people I can see running out there to buy this are PlayStation players, because they don't have this. They don't have this. This is their time to have this now. So they're the only ones that I can see running out to go get it. But otherwise, anybody else, you've already seen this. I would wait till this is $5. Wait till this is $5. That's it. Or 10, whatever it goes down to, But realistically, man, Halo Studios, bro, we gotta rein their asses in. Rein them in. All right, let's go over Super, see what you guys have to say about it. The best part,
as a huge fan of the
was
studio man,
getting killed by Williams.
Happened to Bathsida. The fools were way too overconfident and secure because of multiple releases of Skyrim.
True.
Mate, it's good that the new CEO is reigning.
It's actually funny.
There are 2 videos, one with all headshots not working on the females but only males, and then there is another with all body shots which do work.
So the body shots work, but the headshots don't work? Again, like I said, the chances of it being a bug are pretty high. But that's a hell of a fucking bug, right? So you can only headshot the males, but you can headshot the females. That's a little bit weird, though. That's kind of strange, right? I feel like. But, anyway. I'll leave the gameplay up for you guys to watch while I'm going over supers. Demon Carol, thank you again, brother, for the 5. 9 the Lord, just quick shout out, man. I saw you became a member earlier. I'm sorry I didn't shout it out. Thank you, sir, for becoming a member. I appreciate that very, very much. And in terms of Bethesda, yeah, I agree. Like, Bethesda, unfortunately, like I said, Todd Howard, this man, he will milk like all the time you allow him to milk, dude. Like, he's the prime example of an employee that will take advantage of every last minute that is afforded to him. Sometimes people like that need to be reined in. And I think he did. I think Asha Sharma did rein his ass in. But, look how long it took. I mean, he's been doing whatever the fuck he wanted under Phil Spencer's leadership for however long it's been. After a while, it's kind of a little too late. But in any case, that's basically what it is. But thank you, sir. I appreciate the $14.99. That's a lot, bro. Thank you, sir. Demon Carroll says, yeah, they use the body shot clip as a gotcha, but it still doesn't prove shit. I don't, it doesn't, for me, it's like, okay, so yeah, you could kill them with a body shot. Great. Fantastic. Equality. But it's not really equality because, again, like, I can't headshot the females, but I can headshot the dudes. So clearly this is broken. Like, it doesn't matter which way you look at it. It's not a gotcha because at the end of the day, if the game is broken, it's still broken. So what do you want me to be like? Oh, okay, it's broken, but just not in the way that I thought. So that somehow is okay. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, so either it's intentional and that's dumb, or it's broken and that's dumb. I don't know. You can just pick whichever one you want, right? It's crazy, bro. But anyway, let's continue. What do we got? GDR.
The
What's
next
up, bro?
installment of anything from Bethesda will have loose flapping flappy lips clapping sounds instead of walking. Unreal. Engine 5.
Oh shit! Loose flapping flappy. Thank you, GDR. I appreciate that, brother. Shout out to you, man. Dare
Also
Soto.
fired the people this game has to acquire online as well. It's a single player game, no multiplayer, just a new coat of paint, that's it. The dialogue new mission is terrible, they can't stop talking.
Dude, so again, I can only show so much in the little bit of time that we have, but I'll reiterate for you guys. The amount that this woman talks, bro. The amount that this woman talks is asinine. It's asinine, dude. Lieutenant Williams, from the moment she's introduced to the point that we got towards, before we ended the stream, she doesn't stop shitting on you. You can ask Wizard. Wizard's in the chat. I think Wizard's in the chat. I'm pretty sure. Wizard's in the chat. She does not stop shitting on you. She literally shits. It goes well beyond the whole, like, oh, she's ODST, it's the lore, whatever. Nah, bro. This goes well beyond just they don't like each other. This goes like, nah, she just fucking hates Master Chief. She shits on Master Chief. She doesn't shut the fuck up. Constantly shits on Master Chief, bro. It's so annoying. Sanguine says, guys, why are you saying there's no multiplayer in Halo? There is, but it's co-op only. There's no PvP. It's because when people think of multiplayer, they're not talking about co-op. When people think of multiplayer with Halo, they're thinking about actual PvP combat. That's why. Yeah, obviously there's co-op. We know there's co-op. Obviously. I mean, they're watching me and Wizard play the game. They know there's co-op. But I'm saying, like, in terms of PvP, that's what most people go with multiplayer. But sure, if you want to be ultra fucking specific, no problem. There is no PvP in the game. There you go. There is multiplayer co-op. There's no multiplayer PvP. Boom, done. Easy. Wizard says she's there to insult you the entire time. Exactly. That's literally what it is. And I'm not even like, again, that's not just, oh, you're being a chud. Like, no, that's literally what she does. That's what she does. You guys heard the line before I knocked her out. And then she shot me. Constantly shitting on you, bro. It's insane. Anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
There is no staying power with game. It'll be forgotten in a month at most.
Yeah, I would say so, which is crazy considering it's a Halo game.
Forgot to remind the people when you start killing the enemies, show you where they aren't even there, invisible.
Oh, I did forget that. So that's another thing too. So we ran into something that I don't think is a bug, but I think it's lazy design. So what they do is that when you are killing enemies and there's a certain fight sequence that's happening, when you get down to 3 enemies or less, I think it's like 3 or 4 enemies or less, all the enemies get a star or like a diamond over their head to show you where they are, which is pretty gay, number one. But number two, in terms of lazy design, if you just so happen to leave an assassin alive as one of the last 4 enemies, the ones that can go stealth, if you happen to leave one of those alive, when there's only 4 enemies left, those stealth enemies get diamonds over their head when they're stealth. So then it kind of defeats the whole fucking purpose of them being stealth. The game literally shows you where they are because, again, it's lazy design. I don't even think they thought that far in the sense of like, okay, well, if there's 4 enemies left and we put diamonds over their head, maybe let's not put diamonds over the head of the ones that are stealth until they reveal themselves. Nope. So if they're stealth, you get to see them if they happen to be enemies that are left as the last 4 enemies or whatever the case may be. It's wild. Again, I don't think they even thought that far when designing something like that. I know that might sound crazy, but that's really what it is. Let me check Rumble really quick. We got, let's see. Tornal, I think? Yeah, Tornal with a 2. A, the game is bugged, not letting you headshot female characters. B, it's on purpose, deliberately toxic content. C, both of the above. It's bugged and purposely not fixed. My money's on C. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I would not be surprised. That's what I'm saying. Like, the logical side of me thinks that it was obviously a bug. But then it's like, it doesn't really matter how you argue it. It's bad either way. Either you did it purposely and that's bad, or it's a bug and that's bad. It's just ultimately it's bad. That's it. They were too busy owning the chuds that have good game design. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. I think this game will sell realistically like a little over 1 million copies if they're lucky. It all depends on how the PlayStation users reacted to this game, because they don't get many games, right? Those poor guys, they're happy to get 10 games a year, and most of them are third party. So, realistically, like, depending on how PlayStation reacted to this, if they manage to get a massive amount of people buying this game, then that'll be fine. But based off the Steam numbers alone, you probably have like 400,000 copies, maybe, if you're lucky. It's probably 300,000, to be honest with you. If you look at the 26,000 concurrent, give or take, just spread across the day, it's probably 200,000 to 300,000. So Xbox, it really isn't buying it too much, So I know it's not going to be crazy over there. So it depends on PlayStation. I think it definitely could get over 1 million copies, but this is one of those games where 1 million copies doesn't mean a fucking thing. It's not. You're not going to make nowhere near your money back on 1 million copies. Not on this kind of game. Even with a remake of a 5-hour campaign game, it doesn't matter. They spent crazy amount of money on this shit. So I doubt it. Did it have any microtransactions in the game? It did. I believe it did. So there was skins that you can purchase. They said they were available to purchase. I looked at the skins for the actual armor, and then they had weapon skins as well. I didn't see how much they were because I didn't care. I just went into the menu to see if there was any skins, and you can purchase some skins. Yeah, you can. So why are all the operators in the room black in the remake? Well, I mean, why wouldn't they be? Wizard says skins in a single-player fucking co-op game. I'll raise you one. Skins in a single-player fucking first-person shooter co-op game. So it's like you can't even see your own armor. It's the first-person shooter. The fuck you gonna be looking at? Your gloves? Damn full Ubisoft playbook. Pretty much. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with that, boys. So again, ultimately, guys, this whole situation, pretty much what I expected. Maybe a little bit worse. Right? Like maybe it's a little bit worse than what I expected. Because, sometimes you go into this stuff and you think, all right, the internet's kind of loud. And honestly, with these games that are controversial, a lot of the time the internet's fabricating some stuff. And you get into the game and you realize that some of it's not what they made it seem. But that's not the case with this game. This game is literally everything. This game is everything that they said it was. And again, I don't care if there's a third-person mode in this game. Still, the skins are like, what the fuck? Now, to be fair, there was like only one skin for purchase per item, but still, it's ridiculous, bro. It's insane. This game is genuinely everything they said it was. And honestly, it's actually worse. It's worse on the performance aspect of things. I didn't lag or anything, but again, my computer's overkill. But there were moments where I had a lag spike here or there. Like when it was about to, open a door and stuff like that. Like when a door opened, for some reason, there would be like a lag spike. There'll be a stutter. Typical Unreal Engine stutter. It's like every Unreal Engine game, almost every single fucking one. Even Expedition 33 had it.
They should have just released the anniversary P5.
Oh yeah, they could have. Isn't the Master Chief Collection on PS5? Or is it not? Did they not release Halo Master Chief Collection on PlayStation? Could have sworn they did. But I guess maybe they didn't. Oh, they didn't? Oh, wow. They should have just released that. But you know why? I'll tell you why they didn't do it. Because this game was made for PlayStation players. This game was made when the ideology was they want to focus on selling Xbox games on PlayStation. Because their own customers were not buying games. So they wanted to focus on PlayStation. So it kind of makes sense they didn't release the Master Chief Collection, because if they did, then this would never sell. So they want to focus on selling this first. And then afterwards, I guarantee you, the Master Chief Collection will probably end up showing up on the PlayStation Store. But this had to sell first. Because it wasn't going to sell on Steam. And it wasn't going to sell on Xbox. Not in the way that they needed. They needed PlayStation to get behind this. That's what they needed. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. All right, boys. Well, that's basically it. I think we're getting pretty close to end here. Let's hold on. Let me make sure. I mean, I had a couple of other couple of the fast stories, but I'll talk about this really quick. Hold on. So it's been rumored by, I think, Nate the Hate, basically a very known leaker who is pretty accurate most of the time, that Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, is going to be showing its ugly face in 2027. And also, Assassin's Creed Hex is going to be showing itself in 2027 as well, releasing, by the way. So, I mean, this will probably be confirmed by this year's Game Awards, most likely. I'm fully expecting a gameplay showcase to take over for either the ending of the show or the beginning of the show for Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. I would not be surprised if the Game Awards has it at the start or the end for Intergalactic. Most likely the start. They usually save the end for a new announcement, so I don't think they're gonna have that for the end. But I gotta imagine it'll probably be at the start. So we get to start with a bald chick. It's gonna be great. Dual flops again. Well, Assassin's Creed Hex had a really interesting premise, but then it kind of got thrown out the window, right? Because Assassin's Creed Hex was supposed to be following the story of the Salem witch trials, which I thought sounded really sick. Like, I'm really into that shit. Like, Halloween is one of my favorite, holidays or whatever you want to call it. And, the Salem witch trials, like, all of it just sounds really sick. Like, I love that idea. But then you supposedly main character of, I think, a female assassin. So that kind of, like, took my interest all the way into the gutter. Because I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess. But we'll see. Hypnotic, did you finish Black Flag? I'm working on it. Man. I've been playing Power World a lot. Leave me alone. No, I'm working on it. They were going to do a Civil War type story too. They were going to do a Civil War type story. But there's rumors that they decided not to do it because of the backlash that happened with Yasuke with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they didn't want to deal with it again. They didn't want to deal with the backlash because they were going to, and it's so funny because it would have kind of made sense at the time for that to happen based off how they were going to sell the game. But they didn't want to deal with the backlash of having a black assassin again, or supposedly. That's what they were trying to spin it as. I don't know. It is what it is. All right. Anyway, guys, let's get into the waifu battle. We are not at tier 1 or tier 2 today. So this might be the day, but that's okay. Hypno, are you going to play Mistfall tomorrow? No. Was I supposed to? No, I'm not going to play. I'm going to play some more Black Flag tomorrow because we're almost done. We're not almost done. We're at like almost 60% done with the main story. So I'm trying to get that finished because you know what game's coming out soon? Beast of Reincarnation. And I want to play that. I want to play Beast of Reincarnation. A lot of people looking forward to that game. They want to know about that game, so I want to play that. But that's coming out soon in a few days. So I want to try to finish Black Flag, But we'll see. Tire King says, "Ew, resync, disgusting." What even is Mistfall? I don't know, bro. There's so many games. I lose track. I lose memory. All right, guys, we need to decide. Who is going to win between Milia Rage and Rainbow Mika. We gotta decide, boys. And we're gonna be having a gaming stream tonight. For those of you that are not gonna stick around for the waifu battle and have some fun with us, I'm going to make the stream live right now. The stream is gonna be live right now over on Hypnotic Gaming Live. If you're not subscribed there, then there's something really wrong with you. You should be subscribed there because the content that happens over there is hilarious and it's a good time. So I'm making it live right now. We're going to be playing Lords of the Fallen with Leon. The stream is public. Go check it out. Here's the link. I'm posting it in the chat right now for both YouTube and on Rumble. And then we're going to do the waifu battle, and hopefully we could get to tier 1 and tier 2. Otherwise, well, that's it. That's it. Let's go, boys. Waifu battle time. Here we go.
dark, now choose your side tonight. The weak don't get to hide. Train for the fire, born for the pain. Hands on the ropes like pulling a chain. One ring, one crowd, one brutal scene. Step in the lights and prove what you mean. Hear that roar, feel the shake. No one leaves without a name. The waifu battle, bring the thunder now. The waifu battle, knock the whole house down. Raise your head.
The key with a 10-banger.
Rivals fall. The waifu battle, we take it all. Flash of a boot and a snap to the jaw. Paint on the canvas, blood on the floor. Eyes like a storm, heart like steel. Every hit lands hard and real. Crowd in a frenzy, stomping the floor, begging for more,
At least
still
tier
wanting
1.
more.
All donations are coming from Magic Sale.
Hair in the sweat, grit in the grin. Only one queen is walking out in. Hear that roar, feel the shake. No one leaves without a
Frozen Dark with a 10. Let's go.
The waifu battle, bring the thunder now. The waifu battle, knock the whole house down. Raise your hands, let the rivals fall. The waifu battle, we take it all. Now the mask comes off.
All right, boys. With that being said, McKee dropped a 10 for Milia Rage, and then Frozen Dark dropped another 10. Appreciate you guys. Let's get the rounds going. We got 2 rounds. We got 2 rounds right now.
As an Australian guy, I might be having an awakening and turning into a strong-based chud black woman.
What the fuck?
Why does it sound like he says a flash to the footer? Trying to tell us something hypno.
What the fuck? No, bro. Come on. Don't ruin this. Don't ruin the song, bro. 9 the Lord, thank you for the $14.99. I appreciate that, bro. Trey, thank you for the 5. Jeepers with a 10 banger for Rainbow Mika. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir, Jeepers. Ron DFK with a 5 for Milia Rage. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. It's not reading it for some reason.
Milia Rage.
Oh, there we go.
People hugging emoji.
Eucalyptus is the only plant named for what you are going to do to it. Yes,
Hey, yo.
that was a koala tea pun.
Oh, come on. Woo! Oh, come on. What are we doing? Stop it. Stop it. This can go either way, boys. I don't even know if we're at tier 1 yet. T-Jab, are we at tier 1? This is going to be a massive felting today, boys. I agree, DJ Chronic. It's kind of quiet. It's a little sus. Oh, no, bro. Come on. Not Chewy during the waifu battle. No. Why? 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 You're first off. Oh my God! You're not supposed. Shut up! You're not even supposed to be here. Great A, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it, guys. Let's go. Another one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Another one. We're almost there, boys. 143 away from tier 2. We're almost there. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Beautiful Zexel with a 10 banger for Milia Rage. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, beautiful Zexel. Let's go. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 over on Rumble for Milia Rage. Let the support begin. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. We can make it happen, boys. We can make it happen. Deidre Connick with a 2 for Amelia Rage. I really thought Rainbow Mika was gonna like fight harder than this. I figured she would I guess we got some Guilty Gear fans, boys.
Flash to the future.
What the fuck?
Sniff, 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 sniff. Let your hair go. Wait, what's going on? And she actually screamed once.
What in the stroke? This man just had a stroke. Trey, thank you for the 10. What the fuck? That's insane. We got Kite Man. Kite Man for Amelia vote with a 1999. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. What a legend. Holy shit. Thank you, Kite Man. $20 banger for Amelia. Hey, Dr. Richard, never apologize, brother. It's all good. The Bigot Army is vast and wide. Pause, by the way. It's okay if you can't donate. Do not worry about that. You can always hang out, watch like you have been. It is all good, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. You better have liked the stream. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you off the cliff, though. Liking the stream is free. All right, boys. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around with you. Guys, let's go, man. Listen, Kite Man threw in a banger. $20 banger. Looks like the Rainbow Mika fans gave up. Amelia Rage looks like she might be sweeping this. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Final countdown. The last super chat that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. Let's make it happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. No chair shots came in during the final countdown. Looks like I kind of know who the winner is, but we're going to wait for T-Jab to throw us the numbers. Guys, we did manage to hit tier 1 today. Unfortunately, no tier 2 today, but that's okay. We will retire it after 387 streams in a row. Absolutely unbelievable. Yes, we do not have the ducks. We do not have the ducks, unfortunately. I got to come up with my own duck song. Everybody keeps asking for the duck song. I don't have the duck song, sadly, but it is what it is, boys. All right, man. Here we go. Final count. We got Rainbow Mika at $32, which I guess ultimately isn't that terrible when you look at it, considering it's like half, I suppose, or almost half. Against Amelia Rage at $72.99. Look at this, which means the winner and moving on to the next round officially is going to be none other than the one and the only Amelia Rage, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, bro. Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear sneaking in there, man. Holy shit, boys.
Holy shit.
Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. Let's go. Is it because she was playing with the boob? Is that why she won? Let's be honest. You guys don't gotta lie to me. Coping and seething. Let's go, boys.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding so high, jumping and stealing.
Mr. Rouge! My character broke. I'm headbanging too hard. Mr. Motherfucking Rouge is clutch! Clutch! Look at this guy, man. Mr. Rouge, everybody spam Mr. Rouge emojis in the motherfucking chat because he dropped a 50 membership gigabanger.
We have ourselves a red boy. Hyper banger!
Holy fuck. Mr. Rouge coming in to save the fucking day, bro. Getting us to 388 tier 2s in a row. The streak somehow continues. We're at 713 tier 1s in a row, boys. 713 days. 713 days. You know how long that is? God damn, man. That's insane, brother. Holy shit. Shout out to Mr. Rouge and everybody in the chat for helping us to get to the goals yet again. That's unbelievable. I appreciate that. Boys, listen, we're going to play some clips for Mr. Rouge on the way out of the stream. We got to go get ready to stream with Leon in about like 20 minutes or so. So we're pretty close. We ran a little bit late tonight. That's okay. Not a problem. I hope you guys had a fantastic time today on today's stream. Hope everybody had a lot of fun today. Loved having all of you here. Thank you guys so much for the insane support on what you call it, on just the streams in general and the videos as well. The videos have just been doing astronomical. It's insane what you guys have been doing. So just please make sure to continue to watch the videos. 10 a.m. Eastern every single day they drop. 10 a.m. Eastern every single day they drop, aside from Sunday. Aside from Sunday, every single day. Mr. Rouge says, wanted to apologize for SNH. I only clued in afterwards. You didn't want to... Yo, this is an apology for Halo? Oh my God. I thought you were just trying to save tier 2. This man's like, wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, that's funny, man. Shout out to Mr. Rouge. It's all good, man. Listen, Mr. Rouge. You want? Supreme wants the link. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid over there. I'll give you the link. Give me a second. Mr. Rouge, listen, man. It's okay. Listen, I've done a pretty good job at dodging some really bad video games lately. You know, I did pretty good. I've dodged like 4 of them. You know, it was only a matter of time before I had to play, one of them. So it is what it is, but it's all good, man. I appreciate it. You don't have to apologize. Much love, Mr. Rouge. It's all in good fun, man. It's funny. It's at the end of the day, it's funny. Listen, if people enjoy it, it is what it is. I'll say this, man. The Halo stream had so many viewers, it was insane. So clearly people were enjoying it. Whether that's because of being Wizard or maybe just me or maybe just Wizard, who really knows? But ultimately, people were enjoying it, so it is what it is, man. But thank you, Mr. Rouge. I appreciate you very, very much. Much love, brother. Thank you so much for being, as amazing as you always are. Thank you, sir. All right, boys. Great Ape says, Hypno, one Thursday, Leon will show up for the co-op stream. Got to work tomorrow. Have fun. Oh, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Wizard said it was a thumbnail. Bro, that thumbnail? You mean this beautiful thing?
Holy shit.
Mr. Rouge, thank you again for the 50 membership gigabanger. I appreciate that. We're going to play some clips on the way out for Mr. fucking Rouge, guys. Thank you again for everything. I appreciate you guys. This was a fantastic fucking stream. Hope every single one of you had a great time and had a ton of fun. Join me tomorrow for all the content. Subscribe to the multiple different channels, guys. We got Hypnotic TCG up. I've been uploading card content. One of my Pokemon card pack videos is about to like hit 2,000 views over there, which is crazy. That's insane. The channel just started. So guys, go check out that channel if you want some trading card content. Go check out Hypnotic Manga if you want some manga content. Go check out Hypnotic Gaming Live if you want some gaming live streams. And obviously, check out the content. It's here, guys. I'm uploading content every single day for every single one of you. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single fucking day. Appreciate you guys, and I will see every single one of you on the next one. Supreme, I'm going to send you the link right now. Until then, you guys already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. This is for Mr. Rouge. Let's go.
All right, boys. We got another red boy.
Good night.
Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
This is the last one. This is the last one.
I hypnotic, cha cha cha, hypno, yes, big strong beefy man. Got that bull seed ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
You gay as hell.
I bring light. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.